That's with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith. Following sports, that'll be at 6:08. 70 in Neosho, 72 in Pittsburgh, 72 in Galena, 72 in Joplin. FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310. News Talk, KZRG. 2 dead after an officer-involved shooting on I-44 near Miami, Oklahoma yesterday morning. It all started when Joplin police told Ottawa County authorities about a stolen Jeep headed west. Quapaw marshals found the vehicle downstream, and when they tried to make contact with the man, he fled. Suspect behind the wheel showed his firearm while driving, then pulled over near the Miami Welcome Center by exit 313. He still refused to comply with police as he and a woman jumped across the center median and into grass on the other side of the interstate. That's when shots were fired, killing the two of them.
But who was that woman in the passenger seat of the gunman's car? Well, Police Chief Stephen Sigmund told News Talk KZRG they're not sure yet.
We don't know what their relationship was at this point, if it was somebody he knew that he was picking up or he just picked her up in the parking lot. We are not sure. She is deceased also. No officers were injured. All of the officers are on, as standard practice, on paid administrative leave pending the investigation.
And Chief Sigmund said it best, no officers were injured. The interstate had ultimately reopened after being shut down for around 9 hours yesterday.
A minor facing involuntary manslaughter after a fatal crash in Joplin on Sunday night.
The police say it was a 17-year-old boy that was traveling at a high rate of speed going north on Pearl when he didn't stop at a stop sign there at the intersection of 20th as he slammed into a vehicle driven by 47-year-old Sarah Trayer, who was killed in that crash. The juvenile driver, who police say is not from Missouri, was last being held in the Senator Ron Richard Detention Center. I'm Cy Albright for News Talk KZRG.
If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. It is 72-604 News Talk KZRG.
Well, as of this morning, Liberty Utilities reports power is nearly restored to the whole of the 4 states, with 55 outages impacting 540 customers. This down from the peak of 28,000 customers being negatively impacted. The remaining affected customers are almost entirely located in Jasper County.
Now, while those power outages remain present in many local neighborhoods, and as Liberty utility crews continue to work to restore the power, News Talk KZRG asked Liberty Utilities Vice President of Technical Services, Jeff Westfall, how much all this damage is going to cost.
Currently, at this point, we do not have that tabulated. I mean, it is a moving target, and once the restoration is complete, we will have a better answer for you on that.
2 wins in a row for the Cardinals, according to Joe Morgan.
The St. Louis Cardinals leaned on strong pitching and clutch hitting to edge out the San Diego Padres 3-2 last night. Andre Palante was stellar on the mound, tossing 7 strong innings. Blaze Jordan drove in a run with a double.
Base hit left center field, 1-0 Cardinals. That ball goes all the way to the wall, and Jordan is standing on second with his first career RBI double.
And Nathan Church chipped in an RBI single to seal the win. If you want to catch the finale of this series, set your alarms early. Game 3 gets underway this afternoon at 1:15. Catch all the action on AM 1230 The Talker. Meanwhile, over in Washington, the Nationals used some late-inning magic to top the Kansas City Royals 6-4. Curtis Mead was the hero of the night, blasting a tie-breaking 3-run homer in the bottom of the 7th to put the Nats on top for good. They look to carry that momentum into Game 3 today with the first pitch scheduled at 12:05. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
Download the Zimmer Storm Center app today. It's free at your app store. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Pahorkes.
Next news, 6:30, breaking news. As it happens, no one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. Sunshine and summer heat. That's what we're dealing with today. 90 the high, heat index near 100. Scattered thunderstorms tonight and again tomorrow. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
This weather update is powered by Zimmer Marketing, locally owned, deeply invested in the 4 states, and proud to give back to the community we love. Grow your business with people who care. Visit ZimmerMarketing.com to get started today.
Well, the KZRG Storm Tracker radar is showing a clean sweep. No rain this morning. 70 in Neosho, 72 in Pittsburgh, 72 in Baxter Springs, 72 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, going on 6:08.
Got a vision in your head? A Pinterest board full of sparkle? Or maybe just a wild idea sketched on a napkin? At Como Jewelry, we love that. Our custom design process lets you dream big and be part of the magic from start to finish. We'll help you create a piece that's 100% you. Come see us in Pittsburgh or at our brand new Joplin location at 3401 North Range Line. Como Jewelry, your jeweler for a lifetime, and your custom creation headquarters.
We need to replace the flooring immediately. It's worn out and embarrassing.
No, the AC should take priority. It's on its last leg.
Can we do both?
How? Are you selling a kidney?
We could refinance the house.
Whoa, no way. We'll lose our good interest rate. I'd rather you sell a kidney.
You can complete all of those home improvement projects without losing your rate with Community Bank and Trust. With a home equity loan or line of credit, you can update the bathroom, do the add-on, or get that new heat and air unit without giving up your great mortgage rate. CBT has a variety of options with low costs and very competitive interest rates. Plus, they can work out payment plans that fit into your budget. See what your home's equity could do for you with a home equity loan or line of credit from Community Bank and Trust. Get started at one of the local employee-owned CBT locations or at cbthomebank.com. Community Bank and Trust, where trust is so important, it's in our name. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 580491.
Why is the house so hot?
The thermostat says it's 72.
Oh, does it say 72? Thanks, Earl. I can read.
When your house can't keep its cool, neither can you. Call A1 Climate Control. Today's AC systems aren't cheap, but A1 can help you stay cool and in budget. If you need a new system, A1 has financing available with approved credit. They're ready to install the right Amana heating and air unit to fit your needs. Let A1 help you keep your cool and schedule an appointment today. 417-627-0411.
If you want unlimited talk, text, and data on a crazy fast network, Big Wireless will sell it to you right now for as little as $70 a month. Or you can buy it from Pure Talk for half of that. I'm talking about unlimited talk, text, and unlimited data for just $34.99 a month. Stop paying the big guys twice what you need to. Dial pound 250, say my name. That's pound 250, micro, to switch to Pure Talk, where the savings are truly unlimited.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-809-7171. That's 800-809-7171.
News, weather, politics. Live from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio. News Talk KZRG. Depend on it. From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
It's going to be sunny today. It's going to be hot. Boys are going to be hot. We're expecting a high of 90. Heat index values as high as 100. It's going to be breezy, too, with the southwest wind gusting as high as 37 miles per hour, loading us up with lots of moisture for rain, which could be happening later on tonight and tomorrow morning. In fact, tonight it's going to have that chance of rain with mostly cloudy skies and the overnight low down to around 69. Tomorrow, more clouds, more rain, and the high tomorrow is only going to be near 80.
Near 80?
Near 80, so it's going to be a little bit cooler. It means another cold front's coming through, which means there's also a possibility of some severe weather. We're going to talk with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith about that at 7:25. In fact, when we were here 24 hours ago, there was no mention of severe weather for yesterday in our area. And then suddenly they popped up a marginal risk which then ended up being severe thunderstorm warnings and a tornado warning in the 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock hour last night for Cherokee County, Kansas.
Yeah, I'm literally
across the state line.
Just out of nowhere.
Yeah, just boom.
Boom, just
Boom,
like that.
There it is. Boom, there it is.
And that's exactly why you need multiple ways of getting severe weather alerts. A couple of suggestions for you just off the bat. Staying tuned to News Talk KZRG 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, because when severe weather breaks out, News Talk KZRG, we break in. KZRG's Ty Albright, he was here. He was in the studio. He was covering it live for you, play-by-play, as he always does. Another great way to get severe weather alerts, of course, is the Zimmer Storm Center app. It's totally free to download at the App Store. Gives you access to a live radar, which is very easy to read, even if you're not a weather weenie like Ty is. You don't need to be to read this live radar. It's super intuitive, really easy to read, gives you potentially life-saving information, and also just makes you look really cool. You look like a spy. I always feel like a spy when I'm looking at it, like, oh, the data, yes, of course.
And if you can put it onto your iPad in your car, you can make it look bigger, too.
It's huge, yeah. So there's that, and not only that, but it also gives you custom weather alerts as well. So that's the Zimmer Storm Center app. And, of course, having like a NOAA radio is always helpful, too.
Oh, by far.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't know they named weather radios NOAA.
Well, the original...
Oh, NOAA.
Yeah.
That NOAA. Okay, I thought you were talking about NOAH, the name of
I was going to say the original name was the Jeffrey Radio, but they realized, oh, wait a second, we should just name it NOAA in honor of the National Weather Service.
Or in honor of the person that built an ark and had every animal 2x2 going onto the ark to save
Jeffrey?
them. No, it's in the Bible.
Oh, Noah.
Yeah, Noah.
Oh, there you go. I believe that was some pretty severe weather.
Yeah.
You know, God's deluge of planet Earth, pretty severe weather.
For 40 days and 40 nights.
And so they named the severe weather warning system after that event. That severe weather event.
Got to be it.
That's definitely it. All right, moving on from there. We have a lot of stories for you this morning.
Boy, do we.
Yeah. Well, I want to get really quickly in here to what's going on in the Middle East. Quick update for you, and then we can move on from that. There's a lot of local stuff to get to. President Donald Trump, he's very, very exciting. He is a very exciting individual, but he's very excited about a newly signed Iranian Memorandum of Understanding, or MOU for short. He is calling this a total breakthrough that normalizes relations between America and Iran, which sounds all fine and dandy, but even by the Trump administration's own admittance, the MOU itself, what this big signing event that's happening on Friday itself is not actually really, there's not a lot of meat and potatoes to it.
Yeah, in fact, from reports that I heard earlier this morning was Iran is saying that they must have Hezbollah free to attack Israel with no
limitations.
No limitations. That they can't have any retaliation against Hezbollah.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's going to go over like a lead balloon in a swimming pool.
Now, again, by the White House's own account, they have said to the American people, yes, we know that this agreement doesn't actually settle a lot. All it really does is say, we are agreeing to start having conversations about maybe agreeing. That's pretty much all it is.
We might agree.
We might agree to agree.
That record might not be broken yet. Again.
Yeah. Now, a formal signing ceremony with the U.S. and Iranian officials, along with some officials from Pakistan and Qatar, however you want to say it.
Qatar.
Whatever. That's planned for Friday. They have digitally signed it already. Now, I want to read for you. This was pretty interesting. Nate Swanson, you may not know his name, but he's a former senior advisor on Iranian policy for previous presidential administrations. And he said that all this, in his opinion, this is a guy that's worked in the Iranian battlefield, so to speak, for decades now. And he said that this memorandum of understanding, this MOU, appears to do nothing more than just postpone, rather than resolve the disputes regarding some of the key aspects. The key aspects being Israel's security, sanctions, Iran's nuclear program, and whether or not they will get access to frozen Iranian funds.
Wow,
all of those.
Boy, this is a big deal that's going to be signed on Friday. Can't wait.
Well, this deal that's being signed on Friday doesn't touch on any of that. It doesn't it doesn't codify or officially settle any of those things. Those are the things that it doesn't touch on. That's a problem.
But the oil plummeted because of the award of the mention of the agreement.
What do you mean?
Well, whenever they said that we'd come to a peace agreement, all of a sudden the price of oil plunged.
Well, that's the thing, is that this really isn't, and again, this is not I don't have an issue with this, just as a matter of what appears to be fact. This is not necessarily a peace agreement so much as both nations say, okay, we have been debating on what we will debate about in the peace talks. We have now signed a memorandum of understanding. We all now agree what we're going to debate on during the peace talks. We agreed on what's on the table.
Maybe as a memorandum of understanding, maybe they're going to choose a language that they'll both talk so that way they can understand it.
Maybe.
It'll be mutual.
Now, Trump administration officials described this memorandum as a framework that could eventually lead to sanctions relief for Iran, economic normalization, and a broader agreement with Iran to make sure that they don't get nukes.
Boy, I can't wait till that could happens.
Possibly. Maybe.
Possibly happens. Maybe.
Who knows?
Boy, we're so excited and really pumped up today.
Yeah, look at that. That's awesome. So anyway, now it is true the Strait of Hormuz is quote-unquote opened. We'll see how long that takes place.
My guess is about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe 21.
Number one, 21. We'll see, number one, if Iran is true to their word. And number two, we'll see if they can keep their little brother at bay. And what I mean by that is Hezbollah. Because there is reports that some of the attacks, possibly on ships going through the Hormuz Strait previously, were attacks by Hezbollah. Which, yes, it is true that Iran is basically Hezbollah's parent company. But it is also true that there are a bunch of terrorists that are running around streets and just blowing up things with crudely constructed devices. I don't know if Hezbollah wants to keep on keeping on their path. I don't know how much control Iran would have over them. Now, they have control over them in terms of funding, in terms of planning, things like that. But these are underground network of terrorists. They have a pretty good track record of operating without central leadership or without the backing of a giant apparatus like something like Iran. Terrorists for decades and decades have done a very, very good job at being guerrilla warfare fighters, using very little and nothing more than household objects to blow things up. So if Hezbollah says, you know what, I don't care what Iran says, which, by the way, they have publicly said, we do not agree with Iran trying to negotiate with the United States. They have publicly said we are against Iran doing that. So if they take those words and apply them to action and say, I don't care if Daddy Iran says there's peace. In my heart, as a Hezbollah fighter, I hate Israel. I'm going to blow things up. No one's going to stop me. That's what terrorists do. That is a real possibility. And if that's the case, then the Strait of Hormuz might not be as open as we like to think it is, possibly.
The way you put that, it made it sound just like that. It's almost sounding like Daddy Iran needs to take out his belt and do a little whooping.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll bet you Hezbollah does not understand this memorandum of understanding.
We need to have a memorandum of understanding.
What I'm saying?
Yeah, we need to make sure that they understand, sign a memorandum that they understand, the memorandum of understanding that understands that we will one day possibly discuss Iran's nuclear sanctions.
In the year 2525, if man is still alive.
If we're still alive. So anyway, that's sort of the dealio Monchilio with that. We are getting reports from companies, shipping companies and insurance companies that they do believe, and this isn't the big three, a little hint for you, Steve, they do believe it could take weeks, maybe even a couple of months for traffic through the Strait of Hormuz to normalize, even though it's quote-unquote open right now.
So it's going to be like traffic in Los Angeles on the interstates.
Well, these ships, they're just not sure. These are multi-million-dollar ships,
true.
and their captains and their insurers don't know if a Hezbollah dude is going to get an RC helicopter, strap C4 to it, and plow it into the side of their vessel.
Or drone.
That's basically what they are. So they're going to be a little bit cautious, a little conservative in sending their vessels through. They're going to kind of wait to see which way the wind blows, even though it's quote-unquote open, which as a result of that sort of tentative concern, that caution that the strait still might be getting attacked by Hezbollah, as a result of that, it might not go back to normal pre-not war, shipping levels until, possibly a month from now.
Pre-military excursion.
KZRG News Time 620.
And now, KZRG's Big Three on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
Major shipping companies say that it will take weeks for the flow of commerce to return to normal levels in the Strait of Hormuz. The reason being, commercial and insurance companies need to become confident that transit is actually safe for their ships to go through. In other words, they need to understand the understanding.
Number 2.
5 Americans arrested for an alleged plot to launch a multi-phase drone sniper attack at the UFC Freedom 250 event that happened at the White House over the weekend. Of the 5 arrested, one was from Kidder, Missouri, just north of Kansas City. The FBI believes there was no foreign entity involved in this plot.
Number 1.
2 dead after an officer-involved shooting on I-44 near Miami, Oklahoma yesterday morning. It all started with a stolen vehicle and ended with 2 people shooting at police near the Welcome Center near exit 313 on I-44. All the details at newstalkkzrg.com.
Now, the KZRG question of the day.
What are your thoughts on the Memorandum of Understanding with Iran? We were just talking about it. We want to know your thinking. Go to KZRG's Facebook page or text us at 417-782-1310. What are your thoughts on that Memorandum of Understanding? Coming up, what on earth is going on with your money? On News Talk KZRG.
Here is your KZRG forecast. The summer heat is back with the sunshine and the...
Good morning, everybody. Hey, sorry, we are a little behind the 8 ball this morning with a bunch of the news that we had yesterday, and we had some issues this morning. So I'm gonna fix some of these things right now, real quick. I apologize for not chatting with y'all, but I'll chat with you guys in just a second here. My apologies, good stuff.
So remarkable, you'll want to leave us a 5-star review. From wet basements to bowing walls, sinking concrete to nasty crawl spaces, whatever your home's facing, you can count on Thrasher to fix it right. With over 34,000 5-star reviews and 50 years as a local family-owned company, Thrasher is a name homeowners trust. Schedule your free home inspection today at gothrasher.com.
Hi, Sandy. What's that? I'm reading up on this Amendment 4 on the August ballot. What's 4? Amendment 4 absurdly creates a new un-American minority veto power, but only for ballot issues that we citizens put on the ballot. Don't they say it'll protect conservative ideas? Truth gets in the way of their story. Amendment 4 would mean as few as 5% of the most liberal statewide voters in one congressional district could veto any good conservative idea or reform, even when a big majority supports it. That does sound un-American. How did that get on the ballot? The politicians put it there, and it would empower a small minority of liberals. They could stop funding for police, stop tax cuts, or any other common sense conservative policy we support. Only 5%? One district? That would make it nearly impossible to pass needed reforms or rein in politicians. Yep, Amendment 4 is a misguided power grab by politicians. I'm voting no on Amendment 4. Right. I'm not giving up my constitutional rights. It's a hard no on 4.
Paid for by Missourians for Fair Governance.
This summer, one of the 4 states' most vibrant streets becomes the place to be. Join us Saturday, June 27th from 10 to 3 in the heart of historic downtown Webb City as Zimmer Marketing's Red, White Sip and Shop takes over Main Street along iconic Route 66 for a day that's bigger than just shopping. This all-day celebration brings together more than 200 boutiques, local businesses, vendors, and food trucks, turning downtown Webb City into a can't-miss showcase of style, flavor, and summertime fun. Shop one-of-a-kind finds, sip something cold, discover new favorites, let the kids run wild in the kids zone with bounce houses, games, and family fun around every corner. And while you're making memories, you're helping create ones that last a lifetime. Proceeds help support Honor Flight of the Ozarks, so local veterans can visit their war memorials free of cost. Red, White Sip and Shop, Saturday, June 27th in downtown Webb City with Zimmer Marketing, Map Technologies, and the Downtown Webb City Alliance. Come ready to celebrate and leave proud you came.
Dr. Collins & Associates are Missouri licensed general dentists. They are not licensed in Missouri as specialists in the advertised dental specialty of prosthodontics.
Your smile tells your story. It shows your confidence, joy, and resilience, and it deserves care from a team that understands just how important it is. With 47 years of experience, Mid-America Dental and Hearing Center knows that great dentistry isn't just about procedures. It's about trust, comfort, and results you can be proud of. And they believe high-quality care should never come at a price tag that keeps you away. If you've been waiting for the right time, the right team, or the right place, this is it. Your smile matters. Let's take care of it.
I'm Brian George, CEO of Mid-America Dental and Hearing Center, just off of I-44, exit 44, and at midamericadental.com. Changing lives and making smiles at dental centers.
Our best for less in a day at Dental Center.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. Chiefs of the world's leading frontier AI companies, including OpenAI, Anthropic, and Google, are attending the G7 summit in France this week. AI risks, infrastructure, and sovereignty are all expected to be discussed at the conference. Commentators told CNBC that companies' seats at the table are a signal of the growing geopolitical influence of tech bosses. Intel has begun production of its most advanced chip node called 18AP. First announced last year, 18AP is now in what's known as risk production, an early production stage. It's the latest development in Intel's effort to become a manufacturer of chips for other companies. OpenAI burned through $3.7 billion in the first quarter of this year, more than half of its $5.7 billion in revenue, the information reported on the news. Earlier this month, OpenAI said it had confidentially filed for a U.S. IPO that a source said could come as early as September and value the company at up to $1 trillion. Futures are mixed. That's Your Money Now.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Hey, Clay Travis here. Join me and Buck Sexton weekdays from 11 till 2 right here on News Talk KZRG. You can depend on it.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
We have a possibility of some severe weather starting late this afternoon through the overnight hours. Keep it here on News Talk KZRG. If severe weather breaks out, we'll break in. It's going to be hot today. We're expecting a high of 90 with the heat index as high as 100. So it's going to be a time for where you can wear the air because it'll be hot and sweaty on your back, if you know what I mean. And then tonight, down to 69 for the low. Tomorrow, more showers and thunderstorms possible. High of around 80 tomorrow, so a lot cooler tomorrow. We're going to be talking to KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith at about 7:25.
Yes, indeed. Coming up after the news in less than 10 minutes at around 6:40, Whoopi Goldberg and the ladies on The View.
Whoopi!
Woohoo! They tried, keyword tried, to trap J.D. Vance in some sort of weird logic trap thing, and it really did not work for them. It just kind of made them look kind of stupid.
You mean he showed them up on their own program?
Yeah, J.D. Vance did what no liberal would ever do. He joined a media show on the other side of the political aisle from the aisle that he sits in.
I hate to admit this, but I did not watch The View.
You didn't? Steve, I watch every single... Are they once a day or once a week?
They're once a day, Monday through Friday.
Every day?
Every day.
People...
Now I know why you're sometimes sissified.
So... I had no idea they were on every single day.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's what's wrong with America. You want to talk about people's brains turning to mush? There's the source right there.
Yeah, that's right.
In any case, yeah, J.D. Vance joined the ladies on The View, and he definitely upstaged them. It was kind of embarrassing for them. We're gonna play you some clips from that coming up in less than 10 minutes on News Talk KZRG.
At 6:31, I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Here's what's trending on News Talk KZRG.
Deadly shooting on I-44 yesterday.
Iran deal info released.
An update on the G7 summit.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. We're heading for a high of 90 today with the heat index as high as 100 possible. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith Following sports, that'll be at 6:38. The sun is on the rise. It's 70 in Neosho, 72 in Pittsburgh, 72 in Carl Junction, 72 in Joplin, AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9, and on your smart speaker, News Talk, KZRG. 2 dead after an
officer-involved shooting near Miami, Oklahoma yesterday morning. Police Chief Stephen Sigmund told News Talk KZRG it all started with a stolen vehicle report out of Joplin.
During the pursuit, the driver of the vehicle fired off some rounds. I'm not sure if he was firing at the patrol vehicle or not, but they did call out shots fired. He pulled into the Welcome Center. We're not sure what his thought process was, but he pulled back out of the Welcome Center and then went eastbound in the westbound lanes, realized that he was blocked off and could not get through traffic, exited the vehicle. The passenger that was in the car with him also exited. He grabbed that individual, held the gun to her head, climbed over the median, fled down the other side of the turnpike. Gunfire was exchanged.
The man was then fatally shot, and so was the woman that was with him. No officers were injured. Names have not been released. I-44 was closed for about 9 hours yesterday.
President Trump and the U.S. are prepared to come to a peace deal agreement on Friday. Trey Inks has the details on what part of the deal is.
Axios reports that within the agreement, there is an agreed-upon ceasefire across all fronts, including Lebanon. This also would include Iran reaffirming it will never have a nuclear weapon, and nuclear activities would be frozen during the talks. The U.S. will pause new sanctions on the Iranian regime and lift the U.S. naval blockade. Iran will guarantee safe passage for vessels going through the Strait of Hormuz for the next 60 days, and the U.S., over a tiered system, will release some frozen assets and allow temporary Iranian oil exports. Now, talks aimed at a broader peace deal will take place, and some sanctions relief will be ongoing.
Did the Trump administration change its position on Ukraine? Canada's Prime Minister at the G7 summit seems to think so.
Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney says the United States government has performed a pivot. He told reporters at the G7 summit in France that President Trump and his team have a more realistic view towards the war in Ukraine. In a joint statement, G7 leaders from the world's wealthy democracies say they stand united to support Ukraine. They're also prepared to toughen sanctions on Russia. The joint statement covers a lot of topics. It says members will try to reduce reliance on the Strait of Hormuz and stand ready to support the implementation of the US-Iran peace deal. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
72 with some sunshine, going on 6:35. News Talk KZRG.
Does Major League Baseball hate Christians?
Missouri U.S. Senator Josh Hawley claims the MLB is targeting players for expressing their Christian faith. He sent a letter to Commissioner Robert Manfred in response to the MLB's warning to the Giants pitchers for referencing Bible verses on their caps during the team's Pride Night. Hawley says the league's showing a pattern of discriminating against Christians, all while promoting left-wing ideologies. I'm Cy Albright for News Talk KZRG.
Liberty Utilities reporting power is nearly restored with 55 outages affecting 540 homes from a peak of 28,000. Now, the remaining affected customers are almost entirely located in Jasper County. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310, 72-635, News Talk, KZRG.
More than 33 years in prison for a man from Joplin who was found to have been making explicit images of a teenager. 37-year-old Joshua Milo Sheif-Siki is given that sentence by a federal judge. He pled guilty to having an inappropriate relationship with a 16-year-old girl.
Good news! Google unveiling its new Android version, hoping to not let Apple get all of the attention.
Google is giving everyone its update to both Android for phones and Wear for smartwatches. Android 17 is promising Google Gemini artificial intelligence to the more advanced phones it's installed in. But for everyone, it promises better multitasking by allowing you to put an app you're using into a bubble that takes up only part of the screen. There are increased security features, too, including the ability to mark a misplaced phone as lost using Google's Find Hub. Even if someone else has your passcode, you could remotely lock it, requiring a biometric instead. Eben Brown, Fox News.
Cardinals make it 2 in a row, according to Joe Morgan.
The St. Louis Cardinals leaned on strong pitching and clutch hitting to edge out the San Diego Padres 3-2 last night. Andre Palante was stellar on the mound, tossing 7 strong innings. Blaze Jordan drove in a run with a double.
Base hit left center field, 1-0 Cardinals. That ball goes all the way to the wall, and Jordan is standing on second with his first career RBI double.
And Nathan Church chipped in an RBI single to seal the win. If you want to catch the finale of this series, set your alarms early. Game 3 gets underway this afternoon at 1:15. Catch all the action on AM 1230 The Talker. Meanwhile, over in Washington, the Nationals used some late-inning magic to top the Kansas City Royals 6-4. Curtis Mead was the hero of the night, blasting a tie-breaking 3-run homer in the bottom of the 7th to put the Nats on top for good. They look to carry that momentum into Game 3 today with the first pitch scheduled at 12:05. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
It's free at your app store. Download the Zimmer Storm Center app today. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news, 7 o'clock, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. The summer heat is back with the sunshine and the southerly breezes. 90 the high today, heat index near 100. Cold front brings us some scattered thunderstorms tonight. Scattered showers and storms tomorrow. It's cooler, 78. Then Friday, dry and back to June, 84 the high Friday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
No rain showing up this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. 70 in Neosho, 72 in Pittsburgh, 72 in Crestline, 72 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, 6:39.
Oh, how I love Demolition Day, except for this crap that's still in the way.
Dude, what are you doing other than making a mess?
Don't worry, boss. We'll have this cleaned up in no time.
It's gonna take a long time to load up all of this and haul it off, time we don't have.
You'll still have plenty of time for golf, as I have called Big John's Roll-Off. They've already delivered our dumpster to use, and now we're on a roll.
Good call on Big John's Roll-Off service, but do you have to sing?
You want my autograph now, don't you?
I'm the Big John with Big John's Roll-Off Service. And while I may, or thankfully may not sing to you, I will make sure we drop off the right size roll-off for your project needs. Whether you're giving your home a facelift, working on a commercial construction site, or just decluttering your space, we've got a solution for you. Text us today at 417-540-0663 or go to BigJohnsRolloff.com and get your flat rate upfront price today. When you've got big waste, you need Big John's.
Big on service, big on savings. Big John's.
Right, everybody cares about health, wellness, fitness, nutrition, and so many of us are guessing our way through our health, guessing what foods to eat, what supplements to take, wondering why some things make us feel better than others. Now, that's where Viome comes in. It's a simple, at-home gut health test that uses advanced RNA technology. It analyzes your gut microbiome to understand how your body is truly functioning in this moment. And from there, Viome then creates a personalized food and supplement plan designed specifically for your body. Right, Linda? You've been doing this.
I have been doing it, and the test is easy. It's got great steps. It walks you right through. It's easy to do. You can send it right in.
Take the guesswork out of it. Get real data. Go to VIOME/Hannity. VIOME.com/Hannity today. And when you follow their plan, you can expect better digestion, more energy, and
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
All right.
I'll do it someday.
Hello, Teresa. Hello, Avery.
About a lot of things. Traveling, picking up a new hobby, big life changes. For years, you said you'd fix your smile. Someday.
Morning, Doc.
At Joplin Family Dental and Carthage
Doc is here. Teresa, Avery, happy Wednesday. Hey, girl. That's what, Steve, whenever Steve and I see each other in the morning, Steve goes, "Hey, girl," and then I say, "Hey, mama."
And then you go, "You look fabulous."
Uh-huh.
For the months of May, June, and July, you can get
Want to pick from 3 houses to find out which one you want to buy because you won the lottery?
How your body is functioning at this moment. Wait, people have functioning bodies? Dude, my body, let me tell you something. My body functions. Boom, incredible. I'm an incredibly functional body.
Good morning, Garrett.
All my body does is function.
Family Dental.
Hey, good morning, Gary.
And hard truths. All those can be heard when you tune into the Mark Levin Show every weekday from 5 to 8 on News Talk KZRG. Depend on it.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Just after 6:40 is the KZRG News Time. Ted Bojorquez.
And Steve Scott.
Boy, we had a little bit of a touch-and-go weather there last night.
Yeah, we did. Out of nowhere, we had a severe thunderstorm warning, which turned into a tornado warning for Cherokee County in the 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock hour last night. We've not had reports of it actually touching down. It was radar indicated in the tornado warning that was issued just before 9 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw some pictures of it. It did look like a little funnel was up in the air spinning.
Certainly looks spooky. News Time
It did.
KZRG. We were reporting on it live when severe weather breaks out. KZRG breaks in. If you're seeing any damage out there as a result of last night's storms, feel free to text us photos or any information you have at 417-782-1310. If you have the KZRG app, by the way, you can also upload images and videos there, too.
It's going to be sunny and hot today, a high of 90. Heat index values as high as 100. Breezy with the southwest wind gusting as high as 37 miles per hour. Now, chance of showers and thunderstorms starting late this afternoon into the early evening hours. Increasing clouds with a low of 69. Tomorrow, rain, possibly a thunderstorm. And then the high tomorrow is only going to be near 78 with mostly cloudy skies. And we do have a chance of some severe weather in the overnight hours. Be tuning in at 7:25 as we talk to KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith and find out all the deets.
Yeah. Well, Vice President J.D. Vance, he did something no liberal would ever do. And that
now the liberals would do it. They'd actually go on that show.
Well, what I was going to say is what he did is he went on a political talk show that represents the political aisle that he himself doesn't sit on. Liberals don't ever go on conservative media. They are afraid to because they don't want to be cross-examined. J.D. Vance, he's a conservative. He's willing to be cross-examined because he's willing to take his ideas and stress test them. Why? Because they're good ideas and they can withstand stress tests. Liberal ideas, not so much. That's why they don't like going on shows that are more conservative, like, say, Sean Hannity, which you can listen to at every single weekday at 2, or, say, The Chris Plant Show, which joins us live every weekday at 9.
Or
a liberal would
Levin
never do
at
that,
5.
would they?
No. Mark Levin can't even get him to come on his show.
No, Mark Levin couldn't get liberals on his show.
So, quick question. Do you know if Joyless Behar was back on? She'd taken a little bit of a vacation of her own.
I don't know any of their names. But basically, J.D. Vance, he joined The View. I know Whoopi, and that's it. I know there's is there a Cynthia on the show?
Yeah, there's, I believe, a Cynthia on the show. I believe I've heard that
Is there
name.
Monica?
I'm not for sure
Phoebe?
on that.
Is that one of them? Elaine?
I don't know.
Is that? I don't know.
You know, I remember the good old days when Whoopi used to be a comedian and an actress. She used to be on the comedy tour. And then also she was in movies like Sister Habit and Sister Act.
My favorites.
And she was in Ghost, believe it or not. She actually played a serious role in the movie Ghost.
Shocking. In any case, yeah, J.D. Vance was on The View just yesterday. And the ladies on The View, they really tried to hoodwink J.D. several times. But boy, it's hard to catch J.D. in a logic trap. Take a listen to this, where they claim that Trump claimed that the affordability crisis is a hoax. Take a listen.
So President Trump has called affordability a hoax. He said that, not me. He's pouring money into this ballroom of his and the reflecting pool. Oh, don't forget the Arch de Trumpe, I call it, and a White House cage match. All these things. Why is he doing them when you just, everybody knows that Americans are struggling? What is he spending all this money for?
Well, I got to defend the president on the hoax point. What the president said is the idea that Republicans caused the affordability problem is a hoax. And I think that's true. If you go back to the Biden administration, inflation got up to 9% under the Biden administration, okay? Right now it's at 3.5%. By the way, too high. We're doing everything that we can to bring it back down to 2.5%, which is where most people would like to see it. But we inherited an affordability problem. We're doing a lot to make it better. It's going to take a little bit of time. There's a lot more work to do. But the president knows that a lot of Americans are struggling. In fact, he ran on that. He talked about it. And we've done some things and made some good progress on that point.
Yeah.
She became joyless. That was Joy.
That was Joy?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
talking
I don't know
to
any of
JD.
the ladies' names. Anyway, the point is, that's a really good point. That's exactly why conservatives do need to go on liberal media to explain things like this. Here's Joyless Joy, apparently, claiming that Trump said affordability is a hoax. She obviously is working with 50% of the facts. And JD said, no, hold on. That's not what he said. He said this, and he explained it. And now all the people that watch The View, all 12 audience members that tune in every weekday, they actually got to hear the other side of the story. That is what's so important about conservatives crossing the aisle to liberal media and explaining things. Because those 12 viewers that The View garners every single weekday might not have heard the rest of the story otherwise.
And he didn't even get upset and get mad. He didn't raise his voice. He was just very
totally
calm,
classy
cool,
about
and
it.
collected.
I want to play for you another clip here. Here's Whoopi Goldberg. I know her name. I got that one. She was trying to subtly ask J.D. Vance why him and Trump are complete racists. Take a listen to this.
You were talking about people. What did black people do to this administration that has allowed it to really stigmatize folks of color? And you know how hard it is. You have folks of color in your family.
Sure.
So when you see, things, the Emmett Till stuff coming down, or them doing all kinds of removal of information of black heroes, how does that sit with you?
Well, what exactly are you talking about, Whoopi? Because you just
I'm talking
I know
about
Emmett Till was
I
Emmett Till
can
was
tell
the
you
kid.
all this. Yeah.
No, I want to know what
understand.
she's.
You don't know
I
what
want to
I'm
respond
talking
to your
about.
actual point.
So in a lot of the museums, there's so many. Where they're taking down the actual history that happened in this country. Slavery happened. All kinds of stuff happened. And it seems that it has been very easy for this administration to remove that and also to denigrate black folks who have worked their behinds off to get this American dream. How do you, you know better.
Yeah, I love when J.D. Vance says, oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize we were doing that. Can you list a single example where we are denigrating black Americans in all this? Can you give me one example? And she goes, well, there's museum, there's so many. I don't even know where to start. Oh, okay. Here's a suggestion, Whoopi. Why don't you start with one example? Let's start with that. Then we can move on to the second example. It's insane. They always do this. It drives me nuts where they're like, oh, they're doing all this bad things against brown people and they're racist. Can you list us a singular example, please? Wow, there's so many. I can't even list them all. Can you list one? There's too many to list one. It doesn't make sense.
Well,
they can never give an example.
Then list the too many. Give me the whole list.
Right. I love, like what? Museums? And then she pivots to what? Slavery happened.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yes, we agree. Slavery did happen.
It did
JD
happen.
never said it didn't.
No.
And then I love at the end where she's struggling and clearly can't even really finish the thought. And so what happens? The audience decides to help her out.
That's because somebody hit the applause sign.
Someone hit the applause sign, so the audience said, don't worry, here's your exit. You're good, Whoopi. We love you. Woo, you did it. Good job. Yay, girl power. It drives me nuts when they try and say that Republicans are doing all these evil, bad things, and then when you ask them, can you give us an example? They can't. They just can't.
They kind of, are one of the ones that they have TDS, and so they say orange man bad.
Right.
So they're discriminating against orange men.
Right. It's stuff like the SAVE Act is bad.
See, I can name one.
What?
I named one. They discriminate against orange man.
Oh. They're anti-Cheeto people. That's orange people, i.e. Donald Trump.
Yeah.
In any case, and I believe, isn't Krusty the Clown, isn't he orange from or Or does he have white? Is he white from Simpsons?
I think he's white from Simpsons.
Doesn't he have, or maybe he has orange hair.
I think he has orange hair.
Maybe green hair. I don't know. Never mind.
It's been a while since I've
Reference
seen
fell flat. Want. Anyway, the point is that it is very frustrating that they try and claim that all these evil things are being done by the conservatives and whatnot, or they say the SAVE Act is bad, and you say, can you give me one example of one thing in the SAVE Act that you're against and why you think it's bad? Well, it's just bad. There's just so many things. It's just so bad.
Jim Crow 2.
Oh, okay. How is it Jim Crow 2? Can you give us one example? Well, it's bad. It's very frustrating. But anyway, I thought JD did a great job. I do applaud him for going on to a clearly left-leaning talk show and explaining to all 13 of their audience members. I think they gained one audience member since playing that. One. All 13 audience members that tune in every weekday.
By the way,
explaining to them the rest of the story.
I hear the crowd is saying it's time for us to wrap it up.
Thanks, audience, for giving me my out like you did Whoopi.
And now, KZRG's Big Three on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
Major shipping companies say it's going to take weeks for the flow of commerce to return to normal levels in the Strait of Hormuz. The reason being, commercial and insurance companies need to become confident that transit is actually safe for their ships to go through.
Number 2.
5 Americans arrested for an alleged plot to launch a multi-phase drone sniper attack at the UFC Freedom 250 event that happened at the White House over the weekend. Of the 5 arrested, one was from Kidder, Missouri, just north of Kansas City. The FBI believes there was no foreign entity involved in this plot.
Number 1.
2 dead after an officer-involved shooting on I-44 near Miami, Oklahoma yesterday morning. It all started with a stolen vehicle and ended in 2 people shooting at police near the Welcome Center near exit 313 on I-44. All the deets at newstalkkzrg.com.
Hey, by the way, really quick, I did do a quick fact check on myself. Krusty the Clown from Simpsons has green hair. I think I might have been thinking of Pennywise. He has orange hair.
Yeah. Okay.
I knew one of the famous clowns had orange hair.
The one was green with envy.
Yeah.
Now, the KZRG question of the day.
What are your thoughts on the Memorandum of Understanding that the United States is going to be signing with Iran? What do you want to know? Go to KZRG's Facebook page or text us at 417-782-1310. What are your thoughts on that Memorandum of Understanding? Coming up, Sean Hannity's Morning Minute. You can tune in to Sean every single weekday starting at 2 on News Talk KZRG.
Here is your KZRG forecast. The summer heat is back with the sunshine and the southerly breezes. 90 the high today.
Yeah, Austin, we're coming for the views. We got 13 on the live stream. Actually, we were sitting at 10, now we're sitting at 8. So fingers crossed, if we get 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, if we get 6 more people, then we'll be up there with Joy and who are the others? There's Whoopi, there's Joy.
Whoopi, Joy, and there used to be Sunny.
Sunny. I think Sunny's still there.
Okay. Sunny Holstrom, I think's her name.
Yeah.
She used to be on Fox News many years ago. She's the token conservative.
Oh, my God. What? Yeah, okay. She's quite conservative, yeah. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Who do we appreciate? You.
Julie from Lambe's Greenhouse and Feed Store talks about their return to Joplin.
We'll be right on.
We'll be there through the spring season.
All right, what do we got here? Yes, Ted is in fact a magnificent specimen. Sarisa, there's no question about that, and I will be taking that comment out of context. I will screenshot it, I will post it all over the internet, and I will say no context, unprompted. Sarisa said, and I quote, Ted is a magnificent specimen.
And I'll be barfing all over the internet.
Joyless Behar, yeah. Avery said, Whoopi is really good in Star Trek The Next Generation. She played the bartender woman on the Enterprise. Oh, that's cool. I was never a Trekkie, personally.
I love visiting with people.
Doc, Whoopi was actually good in the movies, Sister Act and Jumpin' Jack Flash.
I forgot about that one.
Hey, Jody, we got the Queen's Way for Jody. Yeah, credit what credit's due. She was a fine actress. There's just so many that she can't think of a single one.
I can't name any of them.
It's bad. President Cheeto. Teresa said, I bet that she's actually talking about the fight against critical race theory. However, apparently there's actually been several studies that... See, here's the thing, Teresa. Before I read the rest of your comment, before I take your words in their full context, she couldn't even name that. Like, if that's what she's... Like, if she's actually worried about that, she should be able to name it. I'm worried about illegal migrants voting in our elections. I'm worried about that. So worried am I that I can name that that's a concern. If Whoopi Goldberg was actually concerned about Trump's fight against critical race theory, you would think she would be able to name it. She can't even name the thing she's worried about.
Probably DEI is one of them.
And I'm sure that's probably true. But we're giving Whoopi too much credit. We're doing her job for her. Her job is to do
We'll
the
take her
following.
millions of bucks of
Her job is to
income.
do the following. Have a thought and then express that thought.
And
She
get
maybe
applauded
had a
for that thought.
We're not really sure about that. But she failed to express it. We're expressing the thought for her. We're saying she's probably worried about DEI. The fact that she wasn't even able to express that simple thought and we had to do it for her is pretty bad.
Cue the applause, please.
Yeah. However, apparently there's actually been several studies that shown that the left never know what conservatives' views are, but conservatives actually do know what the arguments from the left are. Oh, that's interesting. I'm going to look into that. That's kind of interesting. Austin said, oh, yeah, 13, yeah. Hey, Mary!
Good morning, Mary.
Mary says it's time to retire The View. Yeah, I enjoy viewing their lack of views. Dummy 1 and Dummy 2. Those are the others.
The View has definitely changed since Barbara Walters died, the one that created the show.
I saw some old clip of The View where Norm Macdonald was on it.
Uh-huh.
And he got banned from The View because of jokes he was making on the show.
I believe he did, too.
Very funny. He was making jokes about Bill Clinton. But their set used to be like, it looked like the coffee shop from Friends or something.
It did.
Yeah, it was less sterile. I feel like the one now is very sterile environment. Plus, did Woodrow Wilson get rid of pictures of people of color that were hanging in the White House? I don't know. That's Woodrow Wilson. I'm not worried about him. And when was he in the White House? When was...
I believe in the 20s, 1920s. Have to be careful because we're in the 20s right now.
He was in from... Oh, you were pretty close. 1913 to 1921. Yeah, that's 100 years ago. I'm not too worried about what happened.
It was before you were born, but not me.
No, Steve was, I believe that was your graduating high school year. Yeah.
Want to know what's really going on? Then join me, Chris Plant, every weekday from 9 to 11 on News Talk KZRG. Depend on it.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch.
Going to be sunny and hot.
On News Talk KZRG.
Okay, sorry, you interrupted there. Going to be sunny and hot today, expecting a high of 91. Heat index values as high as 100. Breezy. Southwest winds gusting as high as 37 miles per hour. If you're driving a high-profile vehicle, be careful because that's going to be blowing strong. Chance of showers and thunderstorms tonight and tomorrow. Some could be severe. Keep it here on News Talk KZRG. If they turn severe, we will break in as they break out. KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith will be joining us at 7:25.
States News, Talk, and Severe Weather Station. KZRG, KIXQ HD2, Joplin. A free service of Zimmer Marketing. It's 7 o'clock.
He insists the U.S.-Iran deal is a great one. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
For a lot of reasons, but number one, by far, 99.9% is they will never have a nuclear weapon.
And this morning, while sitting next to Egypt's leader at the G7 summit in France, President Trump also warned Iran.
If they don't behave, we'll go right back to dropping bombs right smack in the middle of their head.
The president also insists the U.S. would not invest a dime in Iran, and the agreement that will be signed Friday will fully reopen oil and other shipping in the Strait of Hormuz.
And the market has gone wild, and oil has come tumbling down.
As for critics of the deal, the president says,
you know, the stupid people want to have a worldwide depression.
Also at the summit, G7 leaders have pledged more military and financial support for Ukraine in the war against Russia. We're learning more about the plot the FBI thwarted to attack the UFC Freedom 250 event at the White House Sunday night. 5 people under arrest, 18 others being investigated.
They're facing multiple charges, including conspiracy
to commit murder. Investigators say the plot called for drones to drop explosives, which would then trigger a mass evacuation toward a pre-staged sniper team. Then a second wave of attackers would breach the White House gates. The mother of one of the alleged suspects, Tyson Proper, contacted authorities over concerns about her son's recent behavior, firearm purchases, and his communications with people he met online. Her call to investigators ultimately led to Tyson's arrest and helped foil the plot.
Fox's Todd Pyro. A win and a loss for President Trump in Georgia. The Republican he backed won a Senate primary runoff. Congressman Mike Collins beat Derek Dooley.
And y'all know what the mission is to put a Republican in that seat and get rid of that John Ossoff in November. Return this seat to the people of Georgia.
But another Republican the president endorsed in Georgia, Burt Jones, lost a runoff for governor. He was defeated by Rick Jackson. Trump-backed Republicans won Senate primaries in 2 other states, Congressman Kevin Hern in Oklahoma and Barry Moore in Alabama. America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG, we're heading for a high of 90. Heat index could top out at 100. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith following sports at 7:08. Sunshine, 70 in Neosho, 72 in Pittsburgh, 72 in Webb City, 73 in Joplin. AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9. News Talk, KZRG. 2 are dead after an officer-involved shooting on I-44 near Miami, Oklahoma yesterday morning. It all started when Joplin police told Ottawa County authorities about a stolen Jeep headed west. Quapaw marshals found the vehicle at downstream, and when they tried to make contact with the man, he fled. The suspect behind the wheel showed his firearm while driving, then pulled over near the Miami Welcome Center by exit 313. He still refused to comply with police as he and a woman jumped across the median and into the grass on the other side of the interstate. That's when shots were fired, killing both of them.
But who was that woman in the passenger seat of the gunman's car? Police Chief Stephen Sigmund told News Talk KZRG they're not sure yet.
We don't know what their relationship was at this point, if it was somebody he knew that he was picking up or he just picked her up in the parking lot. We are not sure. She is deceased also. No officers were injured. All of the officers are on, as standard practice, on paid administrative leave pending the investigation.
And like the chief said, no officers were injured in that shootout. The interstate, that is Interstate I-44, reopened finally yesterday after being shut down for about 9 hours.
A minor facing involuntary manslaughter charges after a fatal crash in Joplin on Sunday night.
The police say it was a 17-year-old boy that was traveling at a high rate of speed going north on Pearl when he didn't stop at a stop sign there at the intersection of 20th as he slammed into a vehicle driven by 47-year-old Sarah Trayer, who was killed in that crash. The juvenile driver, who police say is not from Missouri, was last being held in the Senator Ron Richard Detention Center. I'm Cy Albright for News Talk KZRG.
If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Sunshine 73 704. News Talk KZRG.
Is Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe going to run for re-election?
Well, you have to look at that as we get through these next set of elections. I think it's important to get through this not only August but November election. Certainly, we are honored and humbled that Missourians chose us to do this job. My wife and I take it very seriously. We're going to continue to look at that, and we'll let Missourians decide that.
A few hundred customers still without power in Jasper County as a result of last Saturday's storms. And as Liberty Utilities crews continue to work to restore power, News Talk KZRG asked Liberty Utilities Vice President of Technical Services, Jeff Westfall, how much all of this damage is going to cost.
Currently, at this point, we do not have that tabulated. I mean, it is a moving target, and once the restoration is complete, we will have a better answer for you on that.
2 in a row for the Cardinals, according to Joe Morgan.
The St. Louis Cardinals leaned on strong pitching and clutch hitting to edge out the San Diego Padres 3-2 last night. Andre Palante was stellar on the mound, tossing 7 strong innings. Blaze Jordan drove in a run with a double.
Base hit left center field, 1-0 Cardinals. That ball goes all the way to the wall, and Jordan is standing on second with his first career RBI double.
And Nathan Church chipped in an RBI single to seal the win. If you want to catch the finale of this series, set your alarms early. Game 3 gets underway this afternoon at 1:15. Catch all the action on AM 1230 The Talker. Meanwhile, over in Washington, the Nationals used some late-inning magic to top the Kansas City Royals 6-4. Curtis Mead was the hero of the night, blasting a tie-breaking 3-run homer in the bottom of the 7th to put the Nats on top for good. They look to carry that momentum into Game 3 today with the first pitch scheduled at 12:05. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape for professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin. Choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
It's free at your app store. Download the Zimmer Storm Center app today. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news, 7:30, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk, KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. Sunshine and summer heat. That's what we're dealing with today. 90 the high, heat index near 100. Scattered thunderstorms tonight and again tomorrow. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
This weather update is powered by Zimmer Marketing, locally owned, deeply invested in the 4 states, and proud to give back to the community we love. Grow your business with people who care. Visit ZimmerMarketing.com to get started today.
Clean sweep this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. 70 in Neosho, 72 in Pittsburgh, 72 in Columbus, 73 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time going on 7:08.
All right, everybody, calm down. I watched a couple of videos online. I basically know electricity now.
Tommy, why do you have a toilet brush in your hand?
Because the guy online said sometimes you got to clean the connection.
Okay, why are you trying to stick your tongue in the outlet?
I'm just trying to see if it still has power. Oh, okay. It definitely had power.
If your electrical repair involves a toilet brush and your tongue.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
It's not working, lights flickering, switches that quit, ceiling fans that need replacing, and all the electrical problems hiding behind your walls.
So the tongue test isn't electrician approved.
Tommy, the only thing your tongue should be testing is whether the heat is sweet enough.
Our electricians.
Hey, John. Oh, my goodness. John has the day off.
All right.
Let's go, boys. Love to hear it, John. I have the day off every day. I don't work. There's not a single day of the week I work. You know why? Because if you do what you love, you don't work a day in your life.
Hey, Dad, let's be honest. That empty patch of grass in the backyard isn't a lawn. It's a
Steve was best friends with Woodrow Wilson. That's true. He called him Woody. Avery said Steve is so excited about the weather, he interrupted the announcer. Sounds like a good time to go fishing. Honestly, not wrong. Not wrong, good sir. Hey, Mary. Good morning to you. Mary, Mary. Mary, Mary, Mary.
Morning, Mary.
Morning, Mary. Hey, Mary, we're gonna give you your own radio show. It's gonna be called Morning Mary.
All right.
Yeah. And then every time you say something controversial, we'll have the audience go,
Mary, Mary, quite contrary.
oh, that's better. I was gonna say goodness, Mary, but I like yours better.
Okay.
Mary, Mary, quite contrary.
If you want unlimited talk, text, and Big Wireless will sell it to you right now for as little as $70.
Me, oh my. Oh me, oh my. What are y'all up to? I know John's gonna be fishing today.
And unlimited data for just $34.99 a month. Stop paying the big guy.
Who here has gone or enjoys going noodling? And this is a trap because noodling
I like
is illegal.
spaghetti noodles
This is a trap because noodling is illegal
in some
in
areas.
some areas. Is it illegal in the whole state of Missouri?
Missouri, I think it is, but I don't know if it is in Oklahoma and Kansas.
Noodling. Noodling is not legal in Missouri. Is noodling legal in? I feel like if it's legal anywhere, it's Oklahoma. Noodling is perfectly legal in Oklahoma. Yeah.
Mary, sorry to hear that you're feeling sick this morning.
Oh, Mary, that sucks.
How would you like to stick your hand in a hole and get bit by a catfish?
Okay, so of the 4 states, Missouri is the only state where noodling is illegal.
Wow.
Arkansas, Kansas, and Oklahoma, you can noodle to your heart's desire. How do I feel? Terrible. It's the dumbest thing ever. Noodling is very silly. And everybody, I tell my friends, you want to go noodling? I go, no. And they say, well, you're just a scaredy cat. I go, no. My survival instincts are just really high. I have a good survival instinct to not stick part of my body in another creature's mouth. You know why? Because that's called getting eaten. And our caveman ancestors did a lot of work to avoid getting eaten by things.
What happens if it's a baby shark instead of a catfish?
Is it baby shark?
Baby shark, do-do-do-do-do-do, baby shark.
I think that's mama shark. What's baby shark is the small one?
Baby shark, do-do-do-do-do.
Oh, that's it. Baby shark, do-do-do. And then mama shark, and then papa shark, do-do. And then there's
grandpa shark. Oh, yeah, with no teeth.
No teeth, yeah.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
When severe weather breaks out, News Talk KZRG, we break in. We don't break into your homes, don't worry. That would be some B&E, and it's highly frowned upon in this country. No, we break in to your radio waves.
Just like we did last night.
Just like we did last night on FM 102.9, 105.9 AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. KZRG's Ty Albright, he was here live and in charge and large. Just kidding. Ty's a very thin, fit individual. But he was here either way covering that severe weather coverage for you last night that popped up seemingly out of nowhere.
It did. We had a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings for Cherokee County in the 8 o'clock hour that turned into a tornado warning just before 9 o'clock last night. That was a radar indicator, and we had some pictures sent to us that showed it looked like it might have a little bit of a funnel cloud last night.
Yeah, you can check those out on our Facebook page, by the way, News Talk KZRG on Facebook.
Going to be sunny, going to be hot with a high of 90 today. Heat index values as high as 100. Going to be breezy. Boy, is it going to be breezy. Winds out of the southwest, gusting as high as 37 miles per hour. If you're driving a high-profile vehicle, hold on to that wheel. Then tonight, showers and thunderstorms possible, increasing clouds with the overnight low down to 69. Tomorrow, possibility of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy with the high near 78. If there is severe weather tonight, we're going to find out a little more information about that from News Talk KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith. That'll be at 7:25. But again, if severe weather does break out, break in right here on News Talk KZRG. We'll get you informed.
Yes, we absolutely, most certainly, rootin' tootly will, indeed. Well, if you were trying to drive on I-44 yesterday morning/afternoon between Joplin and Miami, and there was a lot of traffic, you weren't able to do so, and you're thinking, what the heck is going on? Let us tell you. We had this in the last newscast. We'll be talking about it all day. But 2 people are dead after a suspect had opened fire on police officers on I-44 near Miami, Oklahoma. This happening just yesterday. This is no good. This is bad. Now, apparently it all started when police were notified of a Jeep, a stolen Jeep, traveling west out of Joplin. Now, according to the Miami, Oklahoma Police Department, officers were notified of this stolen Jeep heading out of Joplin at around 9 yesterday morning, just after KZRG's morning show got off the air. Apparently, it was traveling westbound on the Will Rogers Turnpike from Joplin. Police then do what they do. They went to go check it out.
That's right.
Hey, what's the dealio on this? And lo and behold, reportedly, the man behind the wheel, who had a woman in his passenger seat, started shooting at law enforcement.
Not a good thing to do, ever.
No, certainly not a good thing. He then pulled over near the Welcome Center by exit 313. And this is where things got, unfortunately, really, really out of hand. Now, that Welcome Center, Steve, how many entrances and exits does it have? Do you know?
Well, one in, one out, because it's on the westbound side of the roadway. It's right before you get to the Miami exit as you're headed towards Tulsa.
Yeah. Now, News Talk KZRG, we spoke with Police Chief Stephen Sigmund of the Miami Police Department, and here's what he told us went down.
During the pursuit, the driver of the vehicle fired off some rounds. I'm not sure if he was firing at the patrol vehicle or not, but they did call out shots fired. He pulled into the Welcome Center. We're not sure what his thought process was, but he pulled back out of the Welcome Center and then went eastbound in the westbound lanes, realized that he was blocked off and could not get through traffic, exited the vehicle. The passenger that was in the car with him also exited. He grabbed that individual, held the gun to her head, climbed over the median, fled down the other side of the turnpike. Gunfire was exchanged.
KZRG News Time 6:15, and this is where the story takes a bit of a dark turn. Gunfire was exchanged. In the end, both him and the woman were shot and killed.
And so far, at least as of a few minutes ago, we do not have the identities of the people that were killed.
No, that's exactly right. Now, good news is no officers were shot, none were killed, none were shot, none were even injured, which is great. That's always good. Now, we don't at this time know who the woman in the passenger seat was. By that account, it kind of sounds like she was a hostage, but we're not sure. Is this a woman that this individual knew? Is this a woman that was a part of the cohort of crime that this guy subscribed to? Was this a random woman that he had picked up on the side of the road, perhaps? Or maybe, perhaps, this guy, GTA 5 styled, hijacked her car or something, and she was just along for the ride, and she got wrong place, wrong time type thing.
Right.
We're not sure.
Don't know for sure.
We're not sure. We also haven't gotten word as to the death of the woman herself. I mean, we know that she's dead, but we know police shot and killed the man with the gun. We're not sure quite yet who shot and killed the woman.
Well, especially since he was seen with the gun held to her head.
Exactly.
At some point.
It is entirely possible that the gunman killed her. It's entirely possible that while police were shooting at the gunman, maybe the gunman himself, getting shot the woman. Yeah. It's also possible police shot her. We're not sure yet. So we're going to be getting more info on that, but that's sort of the dealio Montrealio with that. That's what happened yesterday near the Welcome Center near Miami, Oklahoma on I-44. And as a result of all that going down and the subsequent investigation, I-44, that portion of it at least, was shut down for nearly 9 hours yesterday.
Yeah, that's number one. The whole situation is terrible.
Yeah.
The fact of the shooting, and then also the fact that the I-44 corridor was shut down for that long.
Mm-hmm. It's just not good all the way around. There is no way that in which that is a good situation. So, News.KZRG, we'll have details for you as they become available. KZRG News Time just before 7:20. Moving on from there, quick little update for you regarding Saturday night's severe weather disruptions that News Talk KZRG was covering for you live. Some good news. Liberty Utilities was able to get a lot of power back on yesterday. There was about, I think it was like either 4,000 or 5,000 customers across Liberty Utilities' entire dominion that didn't have power as of yesterday. And as of today, that number has been brought down to around 540 customers.
That's great.
Yeah. So, hey, that's cool. A lot of power went on. I know Sparklight, a lot of internet got back on. Anecdotally, my internet is back on. I know. My internet turned on at like 3 o'clock yesterday, and I had it for like 4 hours, and I was like, oh, this is cool. And then at around 7, it just turned off again.
Oh, so you had to come back in and do show prep from here.
Yeah, I was just like, all right, thanks for the tease, Sparklight. Appreciate it. But, so a lot of power is back on for Liberty Utilities customers. I know Newmac is a very similar story, so that's awesome. As of right now, most of the power that is still out for Liberty Utilities customers is mostly located in Jasper County, so that's no fun for us Jaspenites. So we have that. Another quick update for you regarding Saturday's storm, severe weather that KZRG was covering. We have confirmation, pretty sad confirmation, that the Carthage area, not only did they sustain significant damage, but a longtime former church building, former school building and now church building absolutely just got mollywopped.
Yes, it sure did.
Yeah, the building, it was the former Eugene Field Elementary School. It's a functionally, I mean, I don't think it's technically a historic building, but boy, does it look historic. It's a beautiful, beautiful structure.
It was very old.
Very old, beautiful construction. And a large portion of it, I mean, it looks like an elephant fell out of went skydiving and failed and fell right on top of the thing.
It did. It definitely did.
Yeah, it looks real bad. So it no longer is the Eugene Field Elementary School. It's now called the Inglesa Nueva Vida Church, which is Spanish for Church of Ted.
Oh, it's not Spanish for Church of Ted.
How can you be sure, Steve?
I can't speak Spanish, but you do, but I know it's not Ted.
How could you be so sure, Steve?
Yours would have been El Tedo.
Is that it?
Your name would have been in there.
So it is a real shame, and really the concern is it has been revealed that, unfortunately, and this really does suck, unfortunately, that building may not have been insured
Oh, no.
Yeah, so that's a real big problem.
Yeah, that's a very big problem.
So
hopefully they can get some help from somewhere like maybe FEMA.
Yeah, it looks like the property may not have been insured, so that's a real big issue. So we'll have updates for you on what the community plans on doing about that and what the congregation plans on doing about that. I talk a lot of smack about insurance. I do think it is a scam. However, it does exist, and it does exist for a reason, and this is a reason why it exists.
Yeah.
It probably would have been good to have the insurance.
Definitely would have been.
So anyway, you can see photos of that damage on newstalkkzrg.com. It looks pretty rough, that damage. You can also check it out on our Facebook page. KZRG News Time, 7:21.
And now, KZRG's Big Three on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
Major shipping companies say it's going to take several weeks for the flow of commerce to return to normal levels in the Strait of Hormuz. Reason being, commercial and insurance companies need to become confident that transit is actually safe for their ships to go through.
Number 2.
5 Americans arrested for an alleged plot to launch a multi-phase drone sniper attack at the UFC Freedom 250 event that happened at the White House over the weekend. Of the 5 arrested, one was from Kidder, Missouri, just north of Kansas City. FBI believes there was no foreign entity involved in this plot.
Number 1.
2 people dead after an officer-involved shooting on I-44 near Miami, Oklahoma yesterday morning. It all started with a stolen vehicle and ended in 2 people shooting at police near the Welcome Center near exit 313 on I-44. All the details at newstalkkzrg.com.
Now, the KZRG question of the day.
What are your thoughts on the U.S.'s Memorandum of Understanding with Iran? We want to know. Go to KZRG's Facebook page or text us at 417-782-1310. What are your thoughts on our Memorandum of Understanding with Iran? Coming up, look at weekday weather with reigning champion KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith. Whoop, whoop.
All right.
That's coming up in less than 5 minutes on News Talk KZRG.
Here is your KZRG forecast. The summer heat is back with the sunshine and the southerly breezes. 90 the high today, heat index near 100. Cold front brings us some scattered thunderstorms tonight. Scattered showers and storms tomorrow. It's cooler, 78. Then Friday, dry, and back to June, 84 the high Friday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Hi, Sandy. What's that?
I'm reading up on this Amendment 4 on the August ballot.
What's 4?
Amendment 4 absurdly creates a new un-American minority veto power, but only for ballot issues that we citizens put on the ballot.
Don't they say it'll protect conservative ideas?
Truth gets in the way of their story. Amendment 4 would mean as few as 5% of the most liberal statewide voters in one congressional district could veto any good conservative idea or reform, even when a big majority supports it.
That does sound un-American. How did that get on the ballot?
The politicians put it there, and it would empower a small minority of liberals. They could stop funding for police, stop tax cuts, or any other common sense conservative policy we support.
Only 5%? One district? That would make it nearly impossible to pass needed reforms or rein in politicians.
Yep, Amendment 4 is a misguided power grab by politicians. I'm voting no on Amendment 4.
Right. I'm not giving up my constitutional rights. It's a hard no on 4.
Paid for by Missourians for Fair Governance.
The competition is on, but it's not skiing, curling, or ice skating. It's time again for Zimmer Marketing's Best of the Four States Awards presented by Pinnacle Vet Clinic in Neosho. And you can help us award the best local businesses in over 100 categories. Just go to bestofthefourstates.com and nominate your favorites today. Help Zimmer Marketing recognize and celebrate your favorite local businesses with the Best of the Four States Awards. Nominate your favorites now at bestofthefourstates.com.
If you run a small trailer, you know how it goes. It's rarely some big dramatic breakdown. It's the little stuff that adds up. A light goes out, brakes start getting soft, a bearing makes a noise, and sure, you could deal with it later, but later turns into lost time, missed jobs, and old equipment that's limping along. That's the gap Bennett's Truck and Trailer fills. Bennett's is a Dexter authorized dealer and your go-to source for Dexter parts, and they take your small trailer problems as seriously as you do, because those small problems aren't aren't small for you. They're how you get the job done. From wiring and lights to brakes, hubs, and hard-to-find parts, Bennett's Truck and Trailer has exactly what you need to get it fixed and get you back on schedule fast. No waiting, no guessing, no trying to fix it yourself. Just dependable help when you need it. Done right the first time. That's the Bennett way. Roll into Bennett's Truck and Trailer Shop on Thunder Road in Denneweg or find them online at bennettstrucktrailer.com. Bennett's Truck and Trailer. Maintenance done better the Bennett way.
You're under a lot of pressure. Prove yourself, work hard, work out, be the best mom, be super mom, a valued partner, a present wife, change diapers, dance recitals, science projects, nutritious meals, dishes, laundry. A lot of pressure. You deserve a break. Relax your mind, renew your body, and refresh your spirit in the gorgeous state-of-the-art facility at Oasis Salon and Spa. For over 20 years, Oasis Salon and Spa has been the area's go-to destination for the newest trends, techniques, and technologies. Is your skin showing your stress? Microneedling helps reduce acne, the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, and stimulates collagen for a healthier, glowing appearance. Need an afternoon of pampering? Oasis Salon and Day Spa wants you to enjoy the luxury of a full pampering experience. Hair, nails, and makeup done at the same place to enhance your inner and outer beauty and nurture your soul. You'll leave looking good and feeling good. Treat yourself to the break you deserve. Oasis Salon and Day Spa, 29th in Arizona in Joplin, or online at oasissalonanddayspa.com.
Hi, this is Vince Colonnese. Tonight at 8, right after Mark Levin, we'll break down the news, connect the dots, and give you the real story on News Talk KZRG.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Steve Scott on News Talk KZRG. Joining us now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith. Good morning, Terry.
Hello. Good morning.
And last night was kind of fun. I actually was asleep when it happened, but I got awakened by severe thunderstorm warnings, a couple of them in Cherokee County, Kansas. Then we had a tornado warning, which we covered, by the way, right before 9 o'clock, also in Cherokee County, Kansas. Got some pictures also that we shared on our Facebook page of the rotation.
Okay. Yeah, I see that the warning was for radar-indicated rotation. And I haven't seen that there's been a confirmation of anything, so hopefully that turned out to be a warning and nothing more than that. But we are going to be watching later today and tomorrow for the possibility of strong to severe thunderstorms. It's going to be quiet most of the day today, which is good, but we've got a cold front heading our way, and it's going to take a little bit of time before it gets through here completely. And there is enough instability and shear with this particular system that we have that risk. It's a slight risk of strong to severe storms today and tonight and tomorrow as well.
Now, what's going to be happening later today? Is it going to be like weather you can wear, kind of hot and sweaty?
Yes, it is. It is. It's already very warm and muggy out there right now. And the temperatures are going to be much warmer than what we had yesterday. We'll be close to 90 today. And you know, we add in just summertime humidity, and the heat index is going to be close to 100. That's not my kind of weather to be outside for very long. Personally, some of you may be a little bit more acclimated, so maybe it's not too problematic. But just keep that in mind, the heat and humidity a factor today. And then the thunderstorms, I don't think we're going to see anything until maybe late in the afternoon, early evening time frame, but they'll be with us overnight and then through part of the day tomorrow.
And, of course, if you're driving like a semi-truck or a high-profile vehicle, there's a lot of wind as well.
There is gusty winds today. It was a little bit quieter earlier this morning, but I'm already seeing that we're getting gusts in the 20 to 30 mile an hour range, and I think it could get even higher than that today. So if you are outside, just be prepared for some breezy conditions.
All right. Well, it's always good to hear from our reigning champion, Terry Smith. Terry, thanks for joining us.
I like that play on words.
Thanks for joining us, Terry.
You bet.
We'll talk to you again soon. That was KZRG's meteorologist, Terry Smith, who decided to join us today despite having officially retired.
I know. She retires and then she comes back every now and then. We like it when people come back.
Yeah, I think she just missed me. I mean, sorry, us. Sorry, Steve. I meant to say us.
All comments made by Ted about Ted's good looks, humility, and or general awesomeness during the duration of this morning show do not necessarily reflect the views of Zimmer Marketing or News Talk KZRG. In fact, it is advised all these comments are outright ignored. We now return you to your regularly scheduled morning show.
It's time to do the news, buddy. At 7:31, I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Here's what's trending on News Talk KZRG. Deadly shooting on I-44.
White House terror plot probe. U.S.-Iran agreement.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. We're heading for a high of 90 today with the heat index as high as 100. Possibility of severe weather late this afternoon into the overnight hours. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith. Following sports, that'll be at 7:38. Sunshine now, 70 in Neosho, 72 in Pittsburgh, 72 in Crestline, 73 in Joplin, AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9. News Talk, KZRG. 2 are dead after an officer-involved shooting near Miami, Oklahoma yesterday morning. Police Chief Stephen Sigmund told News Talk KZRG it started with a stolen vehicle report out of Joplin.
During the pursuit, the driver of the vehicle fired off some rounds. I'm not sure if he was firing at the patrol vehicle or not, but they did call out shots fired. He pulled into the Welcome Center. We're not sure what his thought process was, but he pulled back out of the Welcome Center and then went eastbound in the westbound lanes, realized that he was blocked off and could not get through traffic, exited the vehicle. The passenger that was in the car with him also exited. He grabbed that individual, held the gun to her head, climbed over the median, fled down the other side of the turnpike. Gunfire was exchanged.
The man was then fatally shot, and so was the woman with him. No officers were injured. Names have not been released. I-44 was closed yesterday for about 9 hours.
Well, new details are being revealed about the suspects charged with a planned deadly attack during the White House's America 250 event over the weekend.
23 potential plotters that allegedly discussed pre-operational activity on the Signal app have all been identified. The men arrested are Tyson Proper, Brian Omar Roa, Michael Allen Thomas, who wrote, quote, "You're imagining executions, right?" Daniel Eskridge, who allegedly stated, "I will be on the ground leading from the front as one of the 5 snipers." And Abraham Alvarez, who allegedly wrote, quote, "As many and as deadly as we can get." Court documents say the suspects were motivated by an anti-government ideology with discussions of targeting politicians, billionaires.
Meanwhile, the United States and Iran both expressing support for an agreement that could end fighting in the Middle East, though many key details remain unsolved.
President Trump is going to have a chance to make his case to the American people why he thinks this is a good deal and why they are doing it now. He was talking about how if they didn't make a deal right now, there would be a global depression, which speaks to the economic pressure President Trump and his team have been feeling back home, especially with high gas prices. We know why the Iranians made this deal. They are about to get access to their big moneymaker, selling oil as soon as Friday. They are looking at a $300 billion reconstruction fund from sources TBD.
Sunshine 73, 734, News Talk KZRG.
Does Major League Baseball hate Christians?
Missouri U.S. Senator Josh Hawley claims the MLB is targeting players for expressing their Christian faith. He sent a letter to Commissioner Robert Manfred in response to the MLB's warning to the Giants pitchers for referencing Bible verses on their caps during the team's Pride Night. Hawley says the league showing a pattern of discriminating against Christians, all while promoting left-wing ideologies. I'm Cy Albright for News Talk KZRG.
Many neighborhoods are still dealing with power outages following last weekend's storms, with man wondering what is taking so long to get the power back on. News Talk KZRG asked Liberty Utilities Vice President of Technical Services how many people they have working to get power restored.
From a lineman or field person, it's over 300. And that is not counting all the internals behind the scenes, our contact center reps that field all the calls. It's just too big a number to actually count.
If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310, Sunshine 73, 735, News Talk, KZRG.
A body was found in Grand Lake, but authorities say it doesn't seem suspicious. The 63-year-old man's body was found in the cowskin arm of the lake just Monday, a few days ago. They say he was a Grove resident, but did not identify him. The local law enforcement believe it was simply a tragic accident, adding that the man's body was in a compromising position.
Google unveils its new Android version, hoping to not let Apple get all of the attention.
Google is giving everyone its update to both Android for phones and Wear for smartwatches. Android 17 is promising Google Gemini artificial intelligence to the more advanced phones it's installed in. But for everyone, it promises better multitasking by allowing you to put an app you're using into a bubble that takes up only part of the screen. There are increased security features, too, including the ability to mark a misplaced phone as lost using Google's Find Hub. Even if someone else has your passcode, you could remotely lock it, requiring a biometric instead. Eben Brown, Fox News.
Did the Cardinals win? Joe Morgan has the answer.
The St. Louis Cardinals leaned on strong pitching and clutch hitting to edge out the San Diego Padres 3-2 last night. Andre Palante was stellar on the mound, tossing 7 strong innings. Blaze Jordan drove in a run with a double.
Base hit left center field, 1-0 Cardinals. That ball goes all the way to the wall, and Jordan is standing on second with his first career RBI double.
And Nathan Church chipped in an RBI single to seal the win. If you want to catch the finale of this series, set your alarms early. Game 3 gets underway this afternoon at 1:15. Catch all the action on AM 1230 The Talker. Meanwhile, over in Washington, the Nationals used some late-inning magic to top the Kansas City Royals 6-4. Curtis Mead was the hero of the night, blasting a tie-breaking 3-run homer in the bottom of the 7th to put the Nats on top for good. They look to carry that momentum into Game 3 today with the first pitch scheduled at 12:05. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape for professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin. Choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
Download the Zimmer Storm Center app today. It's free of charge, available at your app store. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Pahorquez.
Next news, 8 o'clock, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast.
Avery, shame on you.
And the southerly breezes. 90 the high today, heat index near 100. Cold front brings us some scattered thunderstorms tonight. Scattered showers and storms tomorrow. It's cooler, 78. Then Friday, dry. And back to June, 84 the high Friday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
No rain showing up this morning so far on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. Sunshine, 70 in Neosho, 72 in Pittsburgh, 72 in Diamond, 73 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, 7:39.
This summer, one of the 4 states' most vibrant streets becomes...
Avery, this is a family show. My goodness. Also, by the way, I did not realize, but you know what today is, Steve?
What?
Today is Mary's Square Day.
All right.
We got 2 Marys in the house.
2 Marys in the house, in
We
the house.
got M Square. Let's go. The sickest rap duo ever since Tupac and Biggie. Just kidding. I don't think they were a duo. Ever since In Sync. That's a rap duo. What's an actual rap duo? Oh, Outcasts. Outcasts.
Yeah, that would be.
Ever since then.
Or Coolio and Weird Al Yankovic doing Amish Paradise.
Avery said, yay, Terry Smith. Terry said, Ted is so missable. Hey, I am very missable. People miss me a lot. A very missable, fine specimen. Yeah, that's true. Very, very missable. People miss me a lot.
I will go record it when you have the guests in at 8.
Okay, that would be good. But yes, we got Mary squared. We had at one point, I think we had an Eileen squared at one point.
We did.
And then we used to have a Ted squared, me being one of the two. You know, when I was in high school, I worked for a local summer camp during the summer. And one of the campers, his name was also, when I was in high school, I went by Teddy. And one of the campers was also named Teddy. I was probably 16 at the time, and I think he was probably, I don't know, he's probably like 8 or 9 years old. And he thought it was so cool that there was somebody else named Teddy, because he never met somebody else that had his same name. Nor had I, by the way. But people would always go, oh, hey, Teddy. And then both him and I would be like, what? And then it was like a whole thing. So then him and I, we decided to have a team name. We were Teddy Grilled Cheese. And he was Teddy Cheese, and I was Teddy Grilled. So we were together, we were Grilled Cheese. And so whenever somebody wanted his attention, they would say Teddy Cheese. And then whenever they wanted my attention, they would say Teddy Grilled. And so I was Teddy Grilled for a summer. Avery says, I'm not sorry.
So that's why some of your jokes are kind of cheesy. Boo. Yes, yes.
You're so lucky we're not on air. Because I would do the boo button, the bad joke button, and the crickets button all at once. It would be just a complete and utter nightmare of noises. Cerisa said, we'll never have a Cerisa squared. No, we can get close. I have a cousin named Carissa. Kind of close. Sort of.
Family Dental. Hey, your friend Sean Hannity here. Every weekday starting at 2, I am live on FM 102.9 and AM 1310 News Talk KZRG. Tune in. Stay up to date.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. If you're driving a high-profile vehicle today, be very careful while you're driving. Breezy with winds out of the southwest gusting as high as 37 miles per hour. It's going to be a hot one. Yep, a high of 90 with sunshine, heat index values as high as 100. Now, we do have a chance for some severe weather. Showers and thunderstorms starting up late this afternoon, going all the way through the overnight hours. Some of them could be strong to severe. If severe weather breaks out, we'll break in, keep you up to date on the latest information. All this weather information is according to KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
KZRG News Time just before 7:45. Well, as a result of last Saturday's storms, I know we've been talking about it all week, but we're still dealing with the ramifications of it in the form of storm damage. Quick update for you in terms of electricity. Liberty Utilities was able to get most of the electricity in the 4 states area back on, which is great news. They're now down to about 500-ish customers still without power. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, now Wednesday, 3 days after the storms. 500 people roughly don't have power. 4 days, excuse me. Still don't have power. But at its peak, there were 28,000 Liberty customers in the 4 states area that did not have power after Saturday's storms. That number is finally down to around 500. That's awesome. Most of those 500 are within Jasper County. That's sort of where it's really sort of hotbedded.
And Sparklight even got back your internet service.
Right, which is bad news for Twitter because I be tweeting storms. Donald Trump style.
No, you wouldn't be. It'd be on X.
So quick update for you on that. Also, in relation to that severe weather that we had on Saturday, which News Talk KZRG was covering live here from the 24-hour Storm Center, the Joplin City Council, they have decided to approve free curbside tree limb and foliage pickup for all Joplin residents. Now, you have to have a Joplin address. How do they fact check that? Well, it's simple. They're only going to houses that are physically located in Joplin. So you could put, if you're in Carl Junction or Webb City, you could put tree foliage on your curb all day long. The Joplin Public Works System, they're not picking it up. I know Webb City is offering a free tree pickup, curbside pickup for debris. You can go to newstalkkzrg.com and get details on that if you'd like. But for Joplin residents, If you want to take advantage of this, the city is picking up tree limbs and vegetations on your curbside for free the morning of Monday, July 6th.
All right.
Which, listen, I will say, beggars can't be choosers, all right? It is not the government's responsibility to pick up after a mess like this. God is the one that brought us the storm, and it is your private property. At no point does the government, in my opinion, have a responsibility to help out. Now, morally, I think it's great that the city council is doing this. I think it's awesome. I support it. I think it's a great thing for the city for the city to utilize resources to help local citizens out a little bit. That in mind, not their responsibility. That being said, really? July 6th? That's like 2.5 weeks away. That's almost 3 weeks from now.
Well,
that's pretty far out, no?
We might have some more strong winds with severe weather again between now and then, so it could blow it off to somebody else's land.
And then it's
But
somebody
also,
else's.
one thing, it's for tree limbs and vegetation only.
Only.
It's not for stuff like fireworks.
No, not fireworks.
Not fireworks display or disposable stuff.
Right, none of that. It's not for if your fence got all ripped up. They're not picking that up. If the siding of your shed got ripped up, not for that.
Only tree limbs and vegetation.
That's it. And also, if you are a contractor, if your job is you're a contractor like a gardener or a landscaper or something, you don't just get to dump all your stuff. It is for residents only, for the damage on their property exclusively. So please keep that in mind. Also, keep in mind, don't leave any tree or vegetation debris on the streets or sidewalks. Don't impact walking lanes or driving lanes. And that applies for Webb City, Carl Junction, anywhere these cities are doing some of this curbside pickup. Don't do that. So anyway, you can get all the details at News Talk KZRG about this service. Also, really quick shout out, I do want to quickly highlight before we move on here. If you are a Joplin resident that's elderly or disabled, you can actually call to request volunteer assistance to help you cut up your tree debris and get it on the sidewalk.
That's good.
Yeah, the number to call can be found on our website, newstalkkzrg.com. So anybody that is elderly or unable, if you have a disability of some kind, unable to physically clean up, there are volunteers that are willing to help out. I know the fire department is willing to help out in some capacity, so you can call and the city and whatnot, and so that's awesome. Give them a ring if you can. Again, that number can be found at newstalkkzrg.com. All right, moving on from there, keeping it local. Unfortunately, we have some really heartbreaking news, and that is a pretty wild death that took place. Involuntary manslaughter. A Joplin woman was killed late Sunday night in a two-vehicle crash, and a 17-year-old is now facing possible charges as a result. Possible involuntary manslaughter charges. Now, the Joplin police, they were called to a two-vehicle crash at 20th and Pearl Avenue just before 11 Sunday night. 20th and Pearl in Joplin, that's sort of near Norma's Diner is right there. I know the Main Street Walgreens in Joplin is sort of right in that area. Now, basically, what they found was a woman in a mangled car. She's been identified as 47-year-old Sarah Trayer. She was alive when first responders found her. She later died as a result of her injuries. Now, from what we can tell so far, it looks like this crash possibly resulted after a group of teenagers seemed to have been racing each other on the street. Now, we don't know that for sure, but what police said, they said that a car full of teenagers spotted and started following another car, also full of teenagers, and both cars then started cruising down the street at an extremely high rate of speed.
Oh, boy.
Which we've all been teenagers. We've all been in a situation where we just got our driver's license and we're just able to drive other people that aren't our family members. We're all excited to load the boys up in the car. Hey, let's go pick up Tammy. She'll be super impressed with my new ride. Oh, what's that? There's our buddy from homeroom in his car. Honk, honk. They spot each other. Oh, let's start playing a little car tag. Let's start racing down the street. Ha ha, a lot of fun. Boom. Now a woman is dead.
Good.
And why is she dead? Because according to police, one of the teenagers who was driving in a Ford Raptor, massive vehicle, this is a 17-year-old driving a Ford Raptor, blew through a stop sign and absolutely careened this poor woman, this 49-year-old woman, just going about her day, probably trying to get home.
Yeah.
We don't know where she was going at the time. We don't know what she was doing. But pretty easy to imagine a situation like that. And guess what? She never gets to call her family again. She never gets to hug her family again. She doesn't get to live out the rest of her life. 49 years old is extremely young to die because allegedly, what we can tell at this time, a group of teenagers wanted to have a little race of some sort. So innocent till proven guilty. Police are still going through it. This 17-year-old, he has been taken into custody. Possible charges are, in fact, pending. And listen, we've all been teenagers. We all know that it's a little bit fun to break the law and go against the grain. God knows I did it. But the rules are there not because adults are bored. We don't have rules and laws because we're looking for something to do. We have rules and laws because they protect people's lives. And if the rule of stopping at a stop sign had been followed that night, perhaps this 49-year-old would have made it home safe. And perhaps that 49-year-old would have woken up the next day and lived out the rest of her life.
That's true.
So please be careful in the roadways. Please, please, please be respectful of the road rules and regulations. KZRG News Time 7:51.
And now, KZRG's Big Three on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
Major shipping companies say it's going to take weeks for the flow of commerce to return to normal levels in the Strait of Hormuz. The reason being, commercial and insurance companies need to become confident that transit is actually safe for their ships to go through.
Number 2.
5 Americans arrested for an alleged plot to launch a multi-phase drone sniper attack at the UFC Freedom 250 event that happened at the White House over the weekend. Of the 5 arrested, one was from Kidder, Missouri, just north of Kansas City. The FBI believes there was no foreign entity involved in this plot.
Number 1.
2 dead after an officer-involved shooting on I-44 near Miami, Oklahoma yesterday morning. It all started with a stolen vehicle and ended in 2 people shooting at police near the Welcome Center near exit 313 on I-44. All the details at newstalkkzrg.com.
By the way, really quickly here, I had criticized slightly the Joplin City Council offering free curbside pickup of storm debris in 2.5 weeks from now. I said, that's a little far out, don't you think? We got a comment from Mary on our video live stream, sponsored by Fast Monkey Auto and Liberty Tree Guns. She said, I think it gives citizens enough time to get their property cleaned up, as well as getting bids and contractors set up as well. All right, I could see that. That makes sense. What are your thoughts on that?
Now, the KZRG question of the day.
What are your thoughts on the U.S. and Iran's Memorandum of Understanding? We want to know. Coming up, your chance to win a complimentary taco, free chips and salsa from the award-winning Keto Tacos on News Talk KZRG. Good morning.
Here is your KZRG forecast. The summer heat is back with the sunshine and the southerly.
Good morning, Mary. That's a great point. I didn't even think of that. I'm glad you brought it up. I just thought I was like 3 weeks away. That's so late. But you're right. It does give people a chance to clean up. So well pointed out. I'm glad that you brought that up, Mary. What else do we have here? Teddy grilled cheese. That's adorable. Yeah. What can I say? I'm quite adorable. Sarissa said Kansas is one of the many ways my name gets mispronounced. Oh, Carissa. Sorry, Carissa. I'm gonna start calling you Kansas, Sarissa. Hey, what's up, Kansas? My brain, I saw K and SS and A. I just assumed Kansas. But yeah, Carissa. I think my cousin spells it with a C, I believe. I'm surprised we've never had Avery squared. Yeah, that is surprising. Teresa said, Sir Theodore the Grill and his chummy cohort, Sir Steve the Morning Rap Star. Jim Gaffigan voice. The foliage! Let's drive by the foliage! So beautiful, all the leaves. The car crash story, is the victim's name revealed because of the criminal investigation or because the Missouri Highway Patrol presumably didn't handle this? Are you talking about the 17-year-old?
No, the lady that got killed. They don't normally release. The Highway Patrol does not release names of
yes,
victims.
I believe the police were, because the Highway Patrol deal with crashes and deaths on the highway. This happened on Pearl and 20th in Joplin, so this would have been a JPD issue, which is likely why the name was revealed.
NMLS number 580491. Julie from Van Beesler Greenhouse and Feed Store talks about their return to Joplin this spring.
We'll be there through the spring season with our beautiful plants at the Rock Yard at 8th and Schifferdecker in Joplin. You'll find our big, beautiful hanging baskets, our enormous Boston ferns, combination pots that we're calling drop-ins. We combine several different plants in a thin pot that you could take home and drop into your existing pots. You'll find our big, beautiful geraniums, all kinds of annuals, perennials. We do offer mower service, blade sharpening. Go ahead and get those in before we get too busy. If you're planting a garden for the first time, or maybe just have questions or frustrations about things you've tried in the past, please come talk to me. I love visiting with people about issues in their garden and becoming more successful.
Get everything you need for your lawn and garden at Van Beesler Greenhouse and Feed Store, just east of Pittsburgh on Highway 126, and now open at the Rock Yard, 8th and Schifferdecker in Joplin.
Hey Dad, let's be honest, that empty patch of grass in the backyard isn't a lawn, it's an untapped entertainment empire. Picture this, you step outside, slide on your Oakley sunglasses, tap your phone, and suddenly crystal clear tunes are booming across the yard from your rugged Turtlebox speaker. This isn't just a patio anymore, you've officially transformed your backyard into the neighborhood party headquarters. Over at the cooking station, you've got legendary brisket smoking low and slow on your Rectech, juicy burgers searing to perfection on the Weber, and gourmet wood-fire pizza sliding out of your Gosney oven in just 60 seconds. You got the world's best outdoor brands and expert friendly advice right down the street at Hinkle's Ace Hardware. Plus, we offer free delivery to get your ultimate setup home completely hassle-free. Visit Hinkle's Ace Hardware in Webb City, near Freeman Hospital in Joplin, or shop online anytime at acehardware.com.
Neighbors helping neighbors, Hinkle's Ace Hardware Store.
Clay Travis here. And Buck Sexton. Make your day better and come hang with us from 11 to 2 p.m. right here on News Talk KZRG.
We talk news, politics, sports, and also some fun culture stuff, too.
It's the KZRG Morning Challenge.
Your chance to win a complimentary taco, free chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos.
To win, be the first one on the phone with the correct answer to the question. 417-782-1310, 417-782-1310. Oh, Ted, what's the question?
Well, America 250 is just around the corner, so we have an all-American patriotic history trivia question for you this morning. Here it is. France had given the Statue of Liberty to the United States as a gift. Oh, isn't that sweet?
Yes, it sure is.
What year did that happen? 417-782-1310. What year did France, the frogs, yes, give America the Statue of Liberty? What year was it? Circa what? 417-782-1310. I'll give you a hint. This is Steve Scott would have been roughly 9 years old. Just kidding. That's not a real hint. What year did the Statue of Liberty first arrive to the American shores? What year was it? 417-782-1310. Steve, what are we giving away?
Complimentary taco plus chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos.
What year was it? 417-782-1310. News Talk KZRG, what is your guess?
1876.
Oh, 1876 is a great guess, but no, not 1876, but very close. Not 1876, but very close. Off by roughly a decade. There's a hint. 417-782-1310. What year did France give the Statue of Liberty to America as a gift? It's 18-something, not 76. Off by a decade there. Plus or minus. I'll let you do the math on that one. 417-782-1310. A Ghetto Taco is on the line, along with complimentary chips. 417-782-1310. What year did France give America the Statue of Liberty? It's not 1876. 417-782-1310. News Talk KZRG, what's your guess?
1884.
Oh, that's exactly right. 1884. Who do we have here?
Tim.
Tim, what's your favorite radio station?
He didn't hear you.
I believe it's KZRG. Hey, Tim, you're our big winner today, man. We'll be with you in just a second here. Stay on the horn with us. KZRG News Time, 8 o'clock.
The Four States News, Talk, and Severe Weather Station. KZRG, KIXQ HD2, Joplin. A free service of Zimmer Marketing. It's 8 o'clock.
A warning to Iran ahead of a deal signing Friday. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
It's a memorandum of understanding, and if I don't like it, we'll go back to shooting at them, dropping bombs on their head.
President Trump at the G7 summit this morning again touts the deal will prevent Iran from building nuclear weapons, setting up more negotiations, while also reopening the Strait of Hormuz fully for oil and other shipping.
The stock market has gone through the roof, and oil has come tumbling down.
Fox's Peter Ducey reports from the summit.
Here in France, President Trump is speaking directly to the many, many critics of this memorandum of understanding, basically telling them that he had to do something to stop the economic damage.
The strait would never open because they don't like floating billion-dollar ships up and down a strait when there are rockets flying over them and mines all over the place.
And the biggest issue that people seem to have with this Iran agreement is giving them access to a $300 billion reconstruction fund. He won't be handing the regime a big check or even a dime.
Another potential conflict for the deal and concern, Iran's demand Israel stop attacking Iran-based and backed Hezbollah militants.
There are reports out of southern Lebanon of renewed Israeli airstrikes against Hezbollah. This is an important point to remember because just last night, the military command in Iran threatened to bomb Israel if they continue strikes against Hezbollah in Lebanon.
Fox's Trey Yingst in Tel Aviv. A fiery crash late last night on a highway in Laredo, Texas. A small plane came down on the road hitting a car. One of the 6 people on the flight was killed, but 5 others were rescued.
Dramatic video shows bystanders and first responders rushing to help passengers out as flames tear through this aircraft. They propped open the door and 2 men were seen climbing out. The victims were then rushed to the hospital.
Fox's Carly Shimkus. An update to the economy. We shot more last month. Retail sales rose more than expected from April, up 0.9%. America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. We're heading for a high of 90. Heat index could be as high as 100 for today. Possibility of severe weather later this afternoon and this evening and into the overnight hours. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith. Following sports, that'll be at 8:08. Sunshine 72 in Neosho, 75 in Pittsburgh, 75 in Webb City, 75 in Joplin. AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9. News Talk, KZRG. 2 are dead after an officer-involved shooting on I-44 near Miami, Oklahoma yesterday morning. It all started when Joplin police told Ottawa County authorities about a stolen Jeep that was headed west. Quapaw marshals found the vehicle at downstream, and when they tried to make contact with the man, he fled. The suspect believed the wheel, or showed his behind the wheel, that is. The suspect behind the wheel showed his firearm while driving, then pulled over near the Miami Welcome Center by exit 313. He still refused to comply with police as he and a woman jumped across the center median into the grass on the other side of the interstate. That's when shots were fired, killing the 2 of them.
But who was the woman in the passenger seat of the gunman's car? Police Chief Stephen Sigmund told News Talk KZRG they're not sure yet.
We don't know what their relationship was at this point, if it was somebody he knew that he was picking up or he just picked her up in the parking lot. We are not sure. She is deceased also. No officers were injured. All of the officers are on, as standard practice, on paid administrative leave pending the investigation.
No officers were injured. The interstate, I-44 that is, reopened after being shut down for nearly 9 hours.
A minor facing involuntary manslaughter charges after a fatal crash in Joplin on Sunday night.
The police say it was a 17-year-old boy that was traveling at a high rate of speed going north on Pearl when he didn't stop at a stop sign there at the intersection of 20th as he slammed into a vehicle driven by 47-year-old Sarah Trayer, who was killed in that crash. The juvenile driver, who police say is not from Missouri, was last being held in the Senator Ron Richard Detention Center. I'm Cy Albright for News Talk KZRG.
If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. 75 with sunshine, 804 News Talk KZRG.
Liberty Utilities reporting power is nearly restored with 55 outages affecting around 540 homes still. This down from its peak of 28,000. The remaining affected customers are mostly located in Jasper County.
A few hundred customers are still without power in Jasper County as a result of last Saturday's storms. And as Liberty Utility crews continue to work to restore power, News Talk KZRG asked Liberty Utilities Vice President of Technical Services, Jeff Westfall, how much of all this damage is going to be costing.
Currently, at this point, we do not have that tabulated. I mean, it is a moving target, and once the restoration is complete, we will have a better answer for you on that.
The Cardinals win game number 2. Joe Morgan has the answer.
The St. Louis Cardinals leaned on strong pitching and clutch hitting to edge out the San Diego Padres 3-2 last night. Andre Palante was stellar on the mound, tossing 7 strong innings. Blaze Jordan drove in a run with a double.
Base hit left center field, 1-0 Cardinals. That ball goes all the way to the wall, and Jordan is standing on second with his first career RBI double.
And Nathan Church chipped in an RBI single to seal the win. If you want to catch the finale of this series, set your alarms early. Game 3 gets underway this afternoon at 1:15. Catch all the action on AM 1230 The Talker. Meanwhile, over in Washington, the Nationals used some late-inning magic to top the Kansas City Royals 6-4. Curtis Meade was the hero of the night, blasting a tie-breaking 3-run homer in the bottom of the 7th to put the Nats on top for good. They look to carry that momentum into Game 3 today with the first pitch scheduled at 12:05. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape for professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin. Choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
It's free at your app store. Download the Zimmer Storm Center app today. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news at 8:30. Breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. Sunshine and summer heat. That's what we're dealing with today. 90 the high, heat index near 100. Scattered thunderstorms tonight and again tomorrow. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
This weather update is powered by Zimmer Marketing, locally owned, deeply invested in the 4 states, and proud to give back to the community we love. Grow your business with people who care. Visit ZimmerMarketing.com to get started today.
No rain showing up so far this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. Sunshine 72 Neosho, 75 in Pittsburgh, 75 in Crestline, 75 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, 8:08.
It started out small, a missed word here, a repeated sentence there, turning the TV up just a little more. But those little moments add up to missed conversations, strained relationships, and a disconnect from the world around you. It's time to reconnect and re-engage with your life and loved ones with hearing aids from Mid-America Dental and Hearing Center. Mid-America Hearing Center believes the first step should be easy and pressure-free, so they offer free, comprehensive hearing exams and cognitive screenings, so you can find out how your hearing is affecting you and how you can improve it starting now. And if you do need hearing support, they won't stop at fitting you with technology. They provide continued aftercare and testing to make sure your hearing aids are working exactly as they should. Don't miss another moment. Mid-America Hearing Center, just off I-44 on exit 44 and at midamericahearing.com.
Best for less in a day. Mid-America Hearing Center. Tyler's has the carpet you've been looking for. Your complete floor covering store.
Hi, it's Ron, the chief carpetologist at Tyler's Carpet in Neosho. Wow, that was really close. Getting ready to celebrate the 4th of July holiday with my family. I think my wife Bobby is starting the celebration a little early. Family, food, fun, and fireworks make this one of my favorite holidays of the year. I hope all of you have a great 4th of July holiday too. I would like to take this time to thank all of those that have served and those who are now serving in our military. They are the reason we celebrate this holiday. Come on, Bobby. I'm beginning to think she's trying to hit me on purpose. Have a safe 4th of July. You may not need floor covering now, but when you do, keep the chief in mind, carpetologist, that is.
Tyler's has the carpet you've been looking for. Your complete floor covering store.
Tyler's Carpet, Neosho.
Keep the chief in mind, carpetologist, that is.
See their ad in names and numbers.
If you want unlimited talk, text, and data on a crazy fast network, Big Wireless will sell it to you right now for as little as $70 a month. Or you can buy it from Pure Talk for half of that. I'm talking about unlimited talk, text, and unlimited data for just $34.99 a month. Stop paying the big guys twice what you need to. Dial pound 250, say my name. That's pound 250 micro to switch to Pure Talk, where the savings are truly unlimited.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-809-7171. That's 800-809-7171.
The latest is always heard on News Talk KZRG. Broadcasting from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio, this is News Talk KZRG. From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
8:11 is the current KZRG news time. It's FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. 75 in Joplin, 75 in Pittsburgh, 77 in Miami, and 73 in the Neosho area. We are joined live this very morning by the one, the only Patrick Tuttle, the Joplin Convention and Visitors Bureau Director, and Quentin Brown, Aloe Fibers Community Engagement Director. How's everyone doing this morning?
Great. How you doing?
Excellent.
You and Steve are wired up today.
Well, it's what I decided to do is when I made coffee this morning, instead of putting water in, I put other coffee. So I got more coffee per coffee.
Double caffeine.
Genius move. But we're not here to talk about coffee tips that are inevitably bad. We're here to talk about something really, really exciting, something going on for Route 66 Centennial. Tell us about it.
We got the Route 66 caravan coming through on Friday, the 19th, this coming Friday. They're going to be at 1717 West 7th at the Aloe Fiber parking lot where the World Street Painting Art is at. And about 150 vintage cars coming in, but some major events that are happening as well. This is an ongoing part of the Route 66 Centennial. And Quentin's got Aloe involved with several different activities.
Well, we wanted to do something huge for Joplin, and when Patrick and I decided to team up, I said, let's go big or go home. So we have kids' activities in the afternoon, starting at 3. We're going to have foam blaster cannons we got from...
what are those?
It's foam for them to play in. You might see me out there. If I get too hot, I'll probably be out there playing the foam. I'm kind of a big kid at heart. And then we have the fire truck coming out with a mister, which will be fun to see the firefighters with the kids, coloring sheets, all sorts of things. We're going to also... I'm a tiny person. Patrick had to help. We also have some food trucks coming out. We're going to have an entire food truck row, kind of tell the story of Joplin, so you'll see all your favorites out there. And then some concerts after the fact, but we're going to have a huge steak that we're going to watch a few people eat. And they're going to face up against each other and see if they can finish it. 72 ounces.
70.
If you've driven to Amarillo, either on Route 66 or on the interstate, you see that sign, 72-ounce steak, you eat it all, it's free. That's Big Texas Restaurant, and they're going to be part of this event. They're in town cooking steak, and there's going to be a steak-off contest, and that's at 5:30-ish.
It starts at 5 and then goes until about 6:30.
So that's kind of an interesting part. And there's some local celebrities. We don't have the list yet of everybody that are going to be involved in that, but it's going to be a steak eating contest.
Is there concern of a food fight breaking out during the steak eating contest? Any danger of that, Patrick?
It's in Joplin. Anything's possible. Anything's possible.
It's also a giant
Depends on how much gristle there is. But that's a big highlight to have them in town, and they're doing 20 days on Route 66, 20 cities in 20 days as part of this caravan. There's several, and these are really diehard. Last week we had the Hot Rod magazine people in here, but this group is diehard Route 66 people. These vintage cars will be all decked out. The people are starting on the East Coast or the West Coast, heading east. They're doing 20 days and 20 cities in 20 days, and it's going to be amazing.
Wow, this is a whole host of activities happening. We're live now with the Joplin Convention and Visitors Bureau Director Patrick Tuttle, along with Quentin Brown, who is Allo Fiber's Community Engagement Director. We're talking about the Route 66 Centennial Caravan that's coming into town. Whole lot of activities going on. Now, of course, the question is, who's invited to this?
Everybody. This is a public event. It's one of those things that is very much public-facing, and even though there's a select group of people traveling with the caravan, if you got a vintage car, bring it out, be part of the car show. That parking lot is huge. It's a former Walmart parking lot. We've now redubbed it because that's where Allo's warehouse is at. And they've been a great partner on several different events that have happened, and there's some more that are coming in September that we haven't talked about yet.
Oh, boy. KZRG News Time 8:15. Let's get into that. What's going on in September?
Well, first of all, this Sunday, Father's Day, is the great races coming into town on Main Street. So from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock will be about another 150 vintage cars coming in as part of the great race. This is the third time they've been here in 5 years. So Friday night's going to be a big activity for the families, a lot of activities. But bring Dad out for these vintage cars. The newest one is 1976.
Whoa.
The oldest one is 1929, LaFrance's. And this is an event that's not speed racing, it's accuracy racing. So when they come into town, this is the end of day 2 for them. They're going to go have dinner while the public can look at all the vehicles. So there'll be 150 vehicles parked on Main Street, some local car clubs as well coming out. And then in September, we're using the Allo parking lot also for there's Sunbeam Tigers coming in, there's Porsches coming in, there's Model A's coming in. There's a whole slew of different conventions that are passing through town. The Jefferson Highway and Route 66 are going to merge together, which is a whole other story. The Sunbeam Tiger, you probably don't remember the TV show Get Smart, but that's what he wrote.
I know the Steve Carell version from 2008. Does that count?
Same car. They're made in the UK and only sold in America. Well, they're turning 60, and they're doing a convention. They're going part of Route 66 as well. So, yeah, September's got a whole host of different car activities, and we'll put them all out by the street painting art, which will be out there for a public display.
Wow, there is a whole heck of a lot going on. And I know Allo Fiber, Quentin, has got their fingers in all of this, right?
We have our fingers in all of that, and we're trying to get Joplin connected in more ways than just internet. So internet is actually the backbone to all of this. So you'll actually, at each one of these, be able to test out Allo Fiber if you haven't had it installed in your house yet. And see what we're all about as well.
Yeah. We're talking live now with Joplin Convention and Visitors Bureau Director Patrick Tuttle, along with Quentin Brown. She's the Community Engagement Director for Allo Fiber. So I wanted to pick your brains with all these celebrations going on locally. Of course, being part of this whole amalgamation of celebrations, the FIFA World Cup's coming in. I know Route 66 for decades and decades now is very famous amongst our European allies over across the pond. People for decades have traveled to Joplin, to the surrounding areas, to check out Route 66 travel along, and for the centennial, no less. And they're going to be here naturally because of FIFA and all that. How does that influx of individuals play into this celebration in your guys' mind? What can we expect, Patrick, with that?
Well, we're hoping for an influx. The first game was in Kansas City last night, and Argentina did a fantastic job of playing. Mesa got his hat trick, which is awesome. But there's a lot of Argentinians. In fact, they were calling it Buenos Aires, Missouri. I think they renamed Kansas City for the day. The Netherlands are also base camping up there, and there's a huge contingent of Netherlands folks in the Dutchies in the country as well. They're playing in Houston next. Then on the 25th, the Netherlands plays in Kansas City. So we're kind of watching all these things because Kansas City and Dallas are in the same market, and there's 3 or 4 days between games. So we're hoping to have some sort of influx. Talking with some of our hoteliers, they have some internationals in the hotels during those time frames, but to say they're World Cup people, we just don't know yet on that factor. So let me get back to you on that. We're hoping it's going to be influx as they transverse between Houston, Dallas. It's 2 ways between Dallas, Kansas City. It's either Wichita or here.
Right.
If you come here through Oklahoma City, you get Route 66 experience. So we spent the last 6 months advertising in Europe, hopefully to entice people to do that. We spent a lot of time and effort putting Joplin out there in the European market that, hey, when you're here, if you're in this region, come down and do so.
Yeah. Excellent. We're live now with Joplin Convention and Visitors Bureau Director Patrick Tuttle and Quentin Brown with Allo Fiber. We're talking about the big Route 66 Centennial Caravan that's coming into town. Is there anything else you think people should know about this celebration that's upcoming?
No, just this Friday, and we're going to kick off things with the kids zone and stuff at 3:30. The the caravan activity starts around 5 o'clock. And then after they're done with the steak eating contest, we'll go on until about 9 o'clock with other activities. Aloe's got a band out there for us.
Zane Grimes Band and Kenny Sweet playing.
Oh, boy.
Kenny Sweet will open up for Zane Grimes. So we're going to make a whole day of it. So your Friday plans are totally taken care of.
And are you in this band at all, Quentin?
No.
You're not doing the tambourine or?
Maybe, I don't know. I kind of appear places, so you might see me out there.
Yeah.
You'll probably be on stage talking. The location is 1717 West 7th, right just past Long John Silver's and Domino's there, the old Walmart parking lot. There was a call center there for years, but now Aloe is in there.
Excellent. And if people want to learn more about these celebrations, about Aloe, about things that the Joplin Conventions and Visitors Bureau has going on, where can they go?
Visit JoplinMode.com and on the Aloe Fiber Missouri Facebook pages.
Excellent.
And it's being shared quite frequently, also on the Big Texan listings as well.
The Big Steak Challenge.
Big steak.
Oh,
pretty
boy.
legendary.
Well, Patrick, Quentin, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Great guy. Thank you.
We'll talk to you guys again soon. KZRG News Time, 8:20.
And now, KZRG's Big Three on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
Major shipping companies say it will take weeks for the flow of commerce to return to normal levels in the Strait of Hormuz. The reason being commercial and insurance companies need to become confident that transit is actually safe for their vessels to go through.
Number 2.
5 Americans were arrested for an alleged plot to launch a multi-phase drone/sniper attack at the UFC Freedom 250 event that happened at the White House over the weekend. Of the 5 arrested, 1 was from Kidder, Missouri, just north of Kansas City. The FBI believes there was no foreign entity involved in this plot.
Number 1.
2 individuals shot dead after an officer-involved shooting on I-44 near Miami, Oklahoma yesterday morning. It all started with a stolen vehicle and ended with 2 people shooting at police near the Welcome Center near exit 313 on I-44. All the details at newstalkkzrg.com.
Now, the KZRG question of the day.
What are your thoughts on the U.S.'s Memorandum of Understanding with Iran? We want to know. Go to KZRG's Facebook page or text us at 417-782-1310. What are your thoughts on that MOU? Coming up, what's going on with Kim Commando and technology? That'll be with you in less than 5 minutes on News Talk KZRG. Good morning.
Here is your KZRG forecast. The summer heat is back with the sunshine and the southerly breezes. 90 the high today, heat index near 100. Cold front brings us some scattered thunderstorms tonight. Scattered showers and storms tomorrow. It's cooler, 78. Then Friday, dry. And back to June, 84 the high Friday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Gingrich Structures builds agricultural, commercial, and residential post-frame buildings designed to meet your needs. All built with superior craftsmanship and attention to every detail. From planning to completion, your local Gingrich Pro will guide you every step of the way, helping you create a custom post-frame building you can count on for years to come. Visit GingrichStructures.com to connect with your local Gingrich Pro and ask about the industry's only 5-year workmanship warranty. That's GingerICHStructures.com.
Hi, Sandy. What's that? I'm reading up on this Amendment 4 on the August ballot. What's 4? Amendment 4 absurdly creates a new un-American minority veto power, but only for ballot issues that we citizens put on the ballot. Don't they say it'll protect conservative ideas? Truth gets in the way of their story. Amendment 4 would mean as few as 5% of the most liberal statewide voters in one congressional district could veto any good conservative idea or reform, even when a big majority supports it. That does sound un-American. How did that get on the ballot? The politicians put it there, and it would empower a small minority of liberals. They could stop funding for police, stop tax cuts, or any other common sense conservative policy we support. Only 5%? One district? That would make it nearly impossible to pass needed reforms or rein in politicians. Yep, Amendment 4 is a misguided power grab by politicians. I'm voting no on Amendment 4. Right. I'm not giving up my constitutional rights. It's a hard no on 4.
Paid for by Missourians for Fair Governance.
Great Wonders Productions is a four-state area nonprofit cinematic arts organization. We would like to invite you to a new monthly event called The Best of the Fest. It's our new monthly showcase of the very best films from our annual Uplift Film Fest. Our judges choose only the most inspiring films, and now they're coming straight to the big screen at two iconic area theaters, the historic Route 66 Theater in Webb City and the Flick Theater in Anderson. For June, we're showing Land of the Mustaches, the amazing true story of a young girl and her family surviving the refugee camps after World War II. It's a moving visual memoir of loss, resilience, and the unbreakable human spirit. Come experience this film that critics call mesmerizing. For showtimes, dates, tickets, and all the other information, just go to mytickets123.com. That's mytickets123.com.
The graduating class of 2026 has hit the ground running. Resumes are literally flying to the desks of business owners and hiring offices everywhere, including mine. And after 4 years of higher education, why don't they know that everyone instantly recognizes AI-generated resumes? I'm Kim Commando for The Current, my 5-star rated newsletter read by a million folks like you. Sign up for free at getkim.com. Oh, look, here comes another so-called highly motivated self-starter who thrives in fast-paced environments. How original. At larger firms, HR automatically rejects these applications. Most smaller firms do too, but at least they get seen by a human before they're thrown away. But say one actually grabs your attention. You can't trust a video call because a robot can sit off camera feeding answers. So you need to bring the person in and give them a task. We run in-person skill tests for every single job. A funny thing, we asked AI to write the tests and also build the scorecard. And for more tech smarts, get my free newsletter at getkim.com. Hi there, I'm Kim Commando. Tech isn't just a part of our lives anymore. It runs our lives. From the phone in your pocket to your bank account, your job, your car, your kids, even your home security. Everything's all connected. And the truth is, most people are just trying to keep up. That's why I created The Current. It's my free daily newsletter that gives you the most important tech stories, the ones that actually matter, delivered in plain English with no fluff and no politics. I cover AI, crypto, scams to avoid, gadgets worth knowing about, and how to protect your privacy in a digital world that just doesn't slow down. Almost 1 million smart people already get it, and it's rated 5 out of 5 stars on Google and Trustpilot. Every American needs to understand how tech is shaping their lives, and The Current helps you do just that every single morning. Sign up right now at getkim.com. My newsletter 100% free. That's getkim.com, and I'll see you in your inbox tomorrow.
The world moves fast, so tune in to me, Mark Levin, every weekday starting at 5 on News Talk KZRG for the latest news, politics, and commentary. You won't want to miss it.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Just before 8:30, it's Ted Bojorquez.
It's Steve Scott.
News Talk KZRG.
It's going to be sunny today and going to be hot. High today of around 90. Heat index feeling as high as 100, so it's going to be hot. Going to be breezy as well, with southwest winds gusting as high as 37 miles per hour. Late this afternoon through tomorrow morning, we've got a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Some could be strong to severe. If severe weather breaks out, we break in right here at News Talk KZRG. Overnight low tonight down around 69. Tomorrow, it's going to be a little bit cooler. It's going to be mostly cloudy with a high of near 78 for tomorrow. That according to KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Yes, indeed. Well, earlier this morning here on the Morning News Watch, we were talking about how the Joplin City Council had approved just this week free curbside tree limb and foliage pickup for all Joplin residents. Now, this is only for homes and addresses located in the city of Joplin. Basically, the way it works is if you had debris damage as a result of on Saturday's storms that News Talk KZRG was covering live, you could just put it out on the side of the street, not on the walkways, not in the street, but on the side of the street, and the city will cruise around and pick it up for you free of charge, which is an awesome thing that they're doing. I had criticized it slightly because I had noted
slightly.
I was a slight criticism.
You were pretty strong on your criticism.
I was a slight criticism. They will start the curbside pickup the morning of Monday, July 6th. And I was like, dude, that's almost 3 weeks away. That is so far out. What are people supposed to be doing until then? However, we did get word that there's a couple reasons for that. Number one, it allows Joplin residents time to clean up. They can't, Rome wasn't built in a day and storm damage wasn't cleaned up in a day. So It gives them time. And two, it allows time for contractors that will actually be doing the service on behest of the Joplin City Council, because, Joplin Mayor Rob O'Brien, he himself isn't going to be hauling all of this stuff, so they're getting contractor crews. It allows them time to schedule for pickup. That's the reason for the delay.
And also, we got to keep in mind the congressional vacation for July 4th holiday.
Also keep in mind the congressional vacation for July 4th
Yeah, because
holiday.
the contractors might be taking the same vacation. You never know.
You never know. So anyway, that's the dealio on that. If you want details on Joplin's free tree limb pickup, you can go to newstalkkzrg.com, including, by the way, elderly and disabled Joplonians. There is a number you can call, and you can set up volunteers to come and help you clean up and put things on the side to take advantage of this tree limb pickup. So if you're an elderly individual that doesn't have the strength you once did, or if you're disabled in some way, shape, or form, there are services. You can call them, and they can help you out, and you can organize them with that. Go to news.kzrg.com for those details. Coming up after the news in less than 10 minutes, this plot to disrupt and kill as many people as possible at that big UFC fight that took place in the White House lawn on Sunday. That plot's been busted up. We have details for you on that plot. That's coming up in less than 10 minutes on News Talk KZRG.
At 8:31, I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Here's what's trending on News Talk KZRG. Deadly shooting on I-44.
U.S.-Iran agreement. May retail sales.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. We're heading for a high of 90. Heat index could top out as high as 100. Going to be breezy today. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith following sports. That'll be at 8:38. Sunshine, 73 in Neosho, 77 in Pittsburgh, 75 in Carthage, 75 in Joplin. AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9. News Talk, KZRG. 2 dead after an officer-involved shooting near Miami, Oklahoma yesterday morning. Police Chief Stephen Sigmund told News Talk KZRG it started with a stolen vehicle report out of Joplin.
During the pursuit, the driver of the vehicle fired off some rounds. I'm not sure if he was firing at the patrol vehicle or not, but they did call out shots fired. He pulled into the Welcome Center. We're not sure what his thought process was, but he pulled back out of the Welcome Center and then went eastbound in the westbound lanes, realized that he was blocked off and could not get through traffic, exited the vehicle. The passenger that was in the car with him also exited. He grabbed that individual, held the gun to her head, climbed over the median, fled down the other side of the turnpike. Gunfire was exchanged.
The man was then fatally shot, and so was the woman with him. No officers were injured. Names have not been released. I-44 was closed for just about 9 hours.
Well, Iran and the U.S. striking a deal that could end with the end of hostilities, though many of the details in this deal are still unclear.
The signing ceremony for the Memorandum of Understanding between the United States and Iran is just 48 hours away. And without the text of the deal, it's difficult to confirm specific line items. Now, White House officials say some of the texts that are circulating in recent documents are not accurate. Reports do indicate the deal includes the resumption of traffic in the Strait of Hormuz, the lifting of the U.S. naval blockade on Iran, and Iran entering into a 60-day period of negotiation surrounding their nuclear program. There will be a ceasefire on all fronts, including Lebanon. The largest X factor here is Iran's nuclear program. Over those next 60 days, the details of the program are set to be discussed.
Meanwhile, Americans continued spending last month.
Retail sales were stronger than expected in May, up 0.9%. It's a sign that consumers remain resilient in the face of rising inflation. Americans were dealing with high gas prices last month, though prices moderated from April levels. Excluding sales at gas stations, retail sales in May rose 0.7%. Sales at clothing and accessories stores rose 0.3%, and online sales were up 1.5%. For the year ending in May, retail sales increased 6.9%. Tax refunds contributed to support spending last month. Jenny Coselda, Fox News.
Sunshine 75, 834, News Talk KZRG.
Does Major League Baseball hate Christians?
Missouri U.S. Senator Josh Hawley claims the MLB is targeting players for expressing their Christian faith. He sent a letter to Commissioner Robert Manfred in response to the MLB's warning to the Giants pitchers for referencing Bible verses on their caps during the team's Pride Night. Hawley says the league's showing a pattern of discriminating against Christians, all while promoting left-wing ideologies. I'm Cy Albright for News Talk KZRG.
Liberty Utilities reporting power is nearly restored with 55 outages affecting 540 homes from a peak of 28,000. The remaining affected customers are almost entirely located in Jasper County. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Sunshine 75, 835, News Talk KZRG.
More than 33 years in prison for a man from Joplin who is found to have been making explicit images of a teenager. 37-year-old Joshua Milochivsky, given that sentence by a federal judge. He pled guilty to having an inappropriate relationship with a 16-year-old girl.
Google unveils its new Android version, hoping to not let Apple get all of the attention.
Google is giving everyone its update to both Android for phones and Wear for smartwatches. Android 17 is promising Google Gemini artificial intelligence to the more advanced phones it's installed in. But for everyone, it promises better multitasking by allowing you to put an app you're using into a bubble that takes up only part of the screen. There are increased security features, too, including the ability to mark a misplaced phone as lost using Google's Find Hub. Even if someone else has your passcode, you could remotely lock it, requiring a biometric instead. Eben Brown, Fox News.
Did the Cardinals win yesterday? Joe Morgan has the answer.
The St. Louis Cardinals leaned on strong pitching and clutch hitting to edge out the San Diego Padres 3-2 last night. Andre Palante was stellar on the mound, tossing 7 strong innings. Blaze Jordan drove in a run with a double.
Base hit left center field, 1-0 Cardinals. That ball goes all the way to the wall, and Jordan is standing on second with his first career RBI double.
And Nathan Church chipped in an RBI single to seal the win. If you want to catch the finale of this series, set your alarms early. Game 3 gets underway this afternoon at 1:15. Catch all the action on AM 1230 The Talker. Meanwhile, over in Washington, the Nationals used some late-inning magic to top the Kansas City Royals 6-4. Curtis Meade was the hero of the night, blasting a tie-breaking 3-run homer in the bottom of the 7th to put the Nats on top for good. They look to carry that momentum into Game 3 today with the first pitch scheduled at 12:05. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape for professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin. Choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
Download the Zimmer Storm Center app today. It's free. It's available at your app store. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Pahorquez.
Next news at 9 o'clock, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. The summer heat is back with the sunshine and the southerly breezes. 90 the high today, heat index near 100. Cold front brings us some scattered thunderstorms tonight. Scattered showers and storms tomorrow. It's cooler, 78. Then Friday, dry. And back to June, 84 the high Friday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Clean sweep this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. 73 of sunshine in Neosho, 77 in Pittsburgh, 75 in Diamond, 75 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, 8:38.
I'm Dr. Lemus from Team Dental of Joplin. There aren't any dentists around here that are open consistently on Saturday or Friday for that matter. So I saw a need. I grew up blue collar. Sometimes you can't waste some PTO or vacation day on going to the dentist. You get a lot of grateful people, or look a lot of grateful families that can actually get their work done on Saturday or Friday. And these girls have bought into that vision. When I bought the practice, I named the practice Team Dental of Joplin. I understand that no large undertaking is done alone. It has to be done with an amazing team. I really feel like they're the hardest working staff in all 4 states because we're all sacrificing time from our families to help our community out. It means something to me. It means something to them. I'm Dr. Lemus from Team Dental of Joplin, where we specialize in dentistry that fits your schedule.
Team Dental of Joplin, your neighborhood practice for your whole family. We buy guns, oh yes. We buy guns, oh yes. We are the best, oh yes. We buy guns, oh yes.
This is Liberty Tree Guns, the best place to sell your firearms. Walk in with a gun, walk out with money.
We buy guns, oh yes. We buy guns, oh yes. We are the best, oh yes. We buy guns, oh yes.
Liberty Tree Guns, across from Lowe's in Carthage. Or visit libertytreeguns.com to start your quote today.
We buy guns, oh yes. We buy guns, oh yes. We are the best, oh yes.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She can get a deal, book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which covers up to $1 million for stolen funds, fees, and experts and lawyers, and out-of-pocket expenses. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future and finances with LifeLock. Join now. Save up to 30% off your first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
The tough talk, the big issues, and nothing sugar-coated. Hi, this is Vince Colonnese. Join me right after Mark Levin at 8 on News Talk KZRG.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Just after 8:40 is the current KZRG news time. Ted Bojorquez.
And Steve Scott. It's going to be sunny. It's going to be hot today. We're expecting a high of 90. The humidity, though, is going to make the heat index values feel as hot as 100. Going to be breezy with the southwest wind gusting as high as 37 miles per hour. So you're going to feel like you're in a jet air oven, getting that hot air cooking you all the way around as it goes around today. Now, starting late this afternoon through the overnight hours into the early morning hours of tomorrow, chance of showers and thunderstorms. Some could be strong to severe. If severe weather breaks out, keep it here on News Talk KZRG because we'll break in and keep you informed. Overnight low tonight down to 69. Tomorrow, the high should be around 78 with mostly cloudy. And then tomorrow night, more showers and thunderstorms likely, mostly cloudy with the low of 63. High on Thursday, which is, on Friday, which is Juneteenth, is going to be partly sunny with a high of 84, according to KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Well, the FBI and law enforcement partners disrupted an alleged plot targeting this weekend's UFC Freedom 250 event that was held in D.C. on the White House's, I believe it was the South Lawn.
Yeah, it was the South Lawn.
5 people have been arrested, and investigators have identified 23 others as part of this potential network of plotters. Now, very basically what their plan allegedly was before the FBI absolutely busted them out. The plan involved using bomb drones, like the same that Ukraine uses, that Hamas uses, that the United States is trying to develop, explosive drones to hit buildings near the event, and then which, in theory, according to their plan, would force a mass evacuation and steer crowds toward a pre-staged sniper team.
Oh, boy.
At which point, a second wave attack was allegedly planned, in which the snipers would just start shooting people, and then a group of people according to their alleged plan, would then try and storm the White House gate. To do what? I don't know. Kill more people, I suppose. Now, the FBI was able to shut this down, and they have arrested 5 individuals so far, with, I'm sure, more arrests coming. Now, the first dude that they arrested was a guy named Tyson Proper, who is 19 years old. And if you haven't seen this kid's mugshot, it is worth looking up. Because I saw that, here's Tyson Proper, 19 years old. Let's see what this clown looks like.
Was it a proper picture?
This 19-year-old looks like he's 37 years old.
Oh, brother.
This man went into the de-aging machine backwards. This 19-year-old easily looks like he's 37 years old and fresh off a divorce. Probably his second divorce based off the photo. So, kind of goofy. But basically,
yeah, you're right, he does. I just looked at the picture. Wow.
This looks like this man came out of the mother's womb with a receding hairline and beard pre-made.
Oh, and a little bit of mustache as well.
Already
just a little bit.
Ready to rock. KZRG News Time, 8:45. Now, according to the criminal complaint, Proper allegedly spent $3,000 of his graduation money. This is a kid. This is someone just leaving high school, excited to start the next phase of his life. He got $3,000 out of graduation money from friends and family. He used that money, allegedly, to purchase a bunch of ammunition, guns, magazines for, I believe, an AR-15 style weapon, all to aid this attack.
Wow.
Now, authorities estimate that the several boxes of ammunition that this kid bought allegedly was thousands of rounds, multiple thousands of rounds.
Wow.
Yeah. It was also alleged that, again, he had acquired an AR-style rifle and a bullpup rifle and had a bunch of these extra magazines. This kid meant business. He meant to go and hurt people. That was his goal. Now, ultimately, it was his own dad that told police officers that this 19-year-old had quit his job to meet up with a bunch of people that he had met online to conduct, quote-unquote, missions and recons.
One correction, it was his mother.
Excuse me, his mother. My mistake. Sorry. Thank you. His mother. And his mom was the one that had first alerted authorities to this concerning behavior. But yeah, that's crazy. This is crazy. Now, the two other that were arrested, or two of the others that were arrested, were identified as Brian Omar Roa and Michael Allen Thomas. They were arrested in California for their alleged involvement in this plot. They were charged with conspiracy to commit murder. And Daniel Eskridge, this individual also arrested as a part of this plot. Daniel is from Kidder, Missouri, which is just northeast of Kansas City, Missouri.
Wow. That's close to home.
Very close to home. One of the other individuals that was arrested was from Omaha, Nebraska. So this was a multi-state effort of these individuals all getting together. They were encouraging each other to buy as many guns as possible, to help recruit people, to help get as many explosive-capable drones as possible, which you can't really go on Amazon.com to get that, so I don't know what the plan was with that. But apparently Eskridge, here's the guy from Missouri. Apparently he told his wife, and his wife then told investigators this. Apparently his wife told investigators that he described himself as a recruiter for the group and that he had amassed tactical gear, including a gun, a bunch of ammunition, a bunch of other equipment. He said this was happening, or she said that he was doing this over the last several months. Apparently, he also even built a gun range on his property about 3 weeks before his arrest. So he was training. This was sort of like a underground militia type style thing.
Wow.
Apparently, his wife, this guy from Missouri, was also aware of his communications with this online group of peeps via Signal. And guess what? She found out about it because he forgot that he was logged in on a shared tablet that they both had access to.
Oh, boy.
Every dude cheating on his wife knows to make sure that he's logged out of all the shared family devices.
Absolutely.
But apparently a dude trying to plot to kill as many people as possible in our nation's capital hasn't figured that one out. Make sure to log out of the shared tablet.
That's not good because he gave his wife a signal. You're welcome.
How's that for a signal, Steve?
I'm still getting signaled.
Yeah. So that's what's going on with this. Now, again, we're just before 8:50 is the news time. We're talking about this alleged plot to try and hurt as many people as possible at the UFC fight night on the White House lawn over the weekend. I got to say this, and I'm sorry. I don't mean to give psychopaths that want to kill a bunch of people a bunch of free advice.
No.
That's not my goal. However, at what point do all of these people that commit these heinous crimes or try to commit these heinous crimes, at what point do they figure out that planning an attack on the internet is not a good idea? It's going to get them caught.
That's true.
There are so many of these attack plots that we've had over the last year and a half now where they get caught because they're chatting online with people. Guess what? It doesn't matter how much Signal's marketing team tells you that it's a secure network. It isn't.
No.
If it's on the network, investigators are going to get it. If it's on the internet, they're going to get it. It doesn't matter if it's Snapchat or Signal or DuckDuckGo. If it's on the internet, it is not secure, period. It boggles my mind that people are still doing this. Or like the dude that allegedly killed all those college kids in Moscow, Idaho.
That's true.
What was one of the ways he got caught? He brought his cell phone to the murder. So guess what? He was pinging all over those cell towers.
Right.
He brought his cell phone when he was staking them out, too. He was pinging all over those towers. Dude, unplug. It boggles my mind that we're so plugged into our devices in the internet that when you're plotting death and destruction to America, you still can't get off your phone. You still have to do it online.
That's true.
It's just so crazy to me. I just don't understand it. But again, thank God all these people are a bunch of morons and idiots and do everything online where, again, people can access. Investigators are going to get it. And by the way, for you in the 4 states, if you're chatting via Signal, it's not secure. It doesn't matter. Well, but they say it's secure, but it's encrypted, but this and that. No, it isn't. They're going to get it. They're going to get it. That's just how it works. That's how the internet works.
It may be encrypted, but the government has a way to unencrypt it.
Yeah. It's just crazy. I don't know what happened to the good old days of writing secret notes shrouded in code and then attaching it to a carrier pigeon to plot destruction.
You got to fold them into the shape of triangles.
Oh, lost art.
Yeah, I mean,
total lost
I don't know
art.
how many notes I got over the years from high schoolers. They were folded in those little triangles.
And then they'd flick them to you, and then Steve would go, "Oh my God, my crush sent me a note," and then he opens it up, and then it's his high school bully that says, "You stink," and then Steve goes, "Aw," and then he gets really sad and eats alone at lunch. Is that what happened?
No, I always ate alone on the lunch.
You're not helping your case, Steve. KZRG News Time, 8:50.
And now, KZRG's Big 3 on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
Major shipping companies say that it will take weeks for the flow of commerce to return to normal levels in the Strait of Hormuz. The reason being, commercial and insurance companies need to become confident that transit is actually safe for their ships to go through.
Number 2.
5 Americans arrested for an alleged plot to launch a multi-phase drone sniper attack at the UFC Freedom 250 event that happened at the White House over the weekend. Of the 5 arrested, one of them was from Kidder, Missouri, just north of Kansas City. The FBI believes there was no foreign entity involved in this plot.
Number 1.
2 people are dead after an officer-involved shooting on I-44 near Miami, Oklahoma yesterday morning. It all started with a stolen vehicle and ended with 2 people shooting at police near the Welcome Center near exit 313 on I-44. All the details are at newstalkkzrg.com.
Now, the KZRG question of the day.
What are your thoughts on the U.S.'s Memorandum of Understanding with Iran? We want to know. Go to KZRG's Facebook page or text us at 417-782-1310. What are your thoughts on this MOU? Coming up, Chris Plant joining us in less than 10 minutes. He'll be here at around 9 on News Talk KZRG.
Here is your KZRG forecast. The summer.
Good morning, everybody.
See you tomorrow.
Boo. She said, it bloggers my mind, too. Bloggers.
Oh, yes.
Hey, we appreciate